Hello and welcome to 4,000 and Counting. I am Watty, and today I'm joined by the Bees defenseman, Mr. Josh Kelly. Josh, you are back in action this weekend. On the sidelines, lots of this year. Must have been a tough year for you, but must be buzzing to get going again.
Yeah, can't fucking wait. It's been a long year. It's been tough. Way too long on the sidelines. It's been it's been a tough year. But yeah, finally finally back. So looking forward to it, especially right before playoffs. So that's what we all care about, isn't it? So looking forward to it.
Yeah, you got 2 weeks, 2 games to get your legs, yeah?
Yeah,
That should be
exactly.
fun. But the good thing about that is, like from a coaching perspective, they don't need to win any games this weekend.
Yeah,
They're going to roll lines. Guys are going to get ice. Everybody's going to play.
yeah,
You should play a fairly decent amount of minutes, but not too many. And, get you back in. Teams, are they really battling for spots? Not really, because obviously the 8 teams that are in are already in going into next weekend's quarterfinals. Most teams, it's the age-old thing. No one wants to get hurt. Nobody wants to get any
yeah.
injuries. Nobody wants to get a sussy. You don't want to get a fucking accidental high stick, and all of a sudden with DOPS, you're missing 47
Yeah,
games. Yeah,
you're
you're missing till
gone.
Christmas next year.
Yeah.
You just want to kind of keep the flow and keep it going, keep it loose. So for you as a kind of welcome back game, it could be quite good.
Yeah, definitely. It's like obviously it's been had those sort of conversations with Dom and Shep throughout when I've been sort of looking to come back anyway, and like as soon as they made sort of playoffs and confirmed, they're like it gives me some time to get into it in some games that obviously don't matter. So if I make a mistake trying to get back into it, what's the issue? So yeah, I mean they've been absolutely great for me, looking after me actually, just throughout my time off as well. So yeah, been it's been it's been a long year, so I'm glad to be back to it.
Obviously, you've had multiple concussions. Victoria Silverwood, sorry, excuse me, Doctor Victoria Silverwood. She's a
Yeah,
badass bitch. She'll kick my ass. Doctor Victoria Silverwood. I'm sorry. Um, she's been on to talk about concussions and the protocols about coming back to play and making sure guys are ready. I think this time with yourself, obviously you've had a couple over the. How many have you had now? There's been a few in it.
um, so it's been a few. Like I think I've had two bad ones the last 2 years.
Bad ones.
So yeah, so
Well, we
obviously
saw
that's
that with
been
Sid, right? Sid had two in the year, and what he ended up missing a full season.
yeah, exactly that. I mean, at the start it was looking like I mean, bees announced it, didn't they? So they said
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
expecting me to be done
Bye.
for the year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bye,
they
Felicia.
expected
See
me
ya.
expected me to be done. But once we sort of like found out where the issue sort of stemmed from, it's just been a matter of hammering home different rehabs and treatments and stuff, and then just trying to be yeah, and it's done wonders for me. And yeah, for the last month, 2 months, been symptom free. So it's been and
Well,
that's been
obviously, I
obviously
see you in the gym, right? I see you in the
yeah,
gym. I see you training. You don't look like a guy that's fucking struggling any. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you, early doors with concussion when you get it. You
oh yeah,
pedal 3 times on a fucking bike and it feels like someone's just shotgunned you to the face.
yeah,
Um, But yeah, you're jumping around, you're moving some weight, you look healthy, you look fit, you look strong. So if the head feels good, why the fuck not get back in for the playoffs? Let's go.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
By the way, you've
So
just done the best bit. You've just missed all the dog's body work, and now you get to come you get to come back for the fun.
yeah, I do feel bad. All the boys do all the hard labor, and now I just jump in for the fun stuff. But
Hey,
no, they're
um,
excited to have me back, so that helps.
well, at some stages you guys run short this year, and then it does make a massive difference. You get injuries, you get suspensions, and in the National League, everyone's working. It does take its toll. Guys' bodies start to hurt. You go from playing 6D to 4D, and then it's a night of special teams. So really 2D that are really going, and 3D maybe. Then you get another guy injured. It's tough. It's tough on the body. It's tough on the team. So yeah, when you see someone coming back, especially at this time of the year, it's amazing.
Yeah, kind of feels like Vegas right now. Just IR
just
the whole
off
year,
the
come
long
back for
term
the
injury.
playoffs, and yeah, come back for the playoffs, and
Fucking
the
Tampa
two,
Bay Lightning special that.
yeah, yeah.
We just put Kucherov on long term injury reserve from like January onwards. Sign a bunch of guys, and he comes back and gets 45 points in 20 playoff games. Like, yeah, that
Unreal.
works. But Vegas, was it? Is it? Stone, I believe they've done it with him
Stone,
like
yeah,
3 or 4 years now, and it's
yeah.
you see his record, and it's like
What
February
Eichel as
19th.
well. Like having both Stone and Eichel on the IR, and then just come back, rock up for playoffs. It's no wonder they fucking
Yeah,
won the cup last year.
straight off the cap. By the way, undercover top three player I've ever seen live, Jack Eichel.
Yeah.
Or also, realize how fucking big that guy is.
Oh, I bet.
Mate, he
Yeah.
is so big. Like, because he's so skilled, you don't really think of it, but he's like 6'4", 6'5", thick.
Yeah.
Like,
Unit.
when he, two strides between blue line to blue line, you're like, fucking hell. He's just, when you're live and you're like a few rows away, you're just seeing him go, you're like, holy shit.
Just
Like,
wheeling. Yeah.
how'd you fucking stop that guy? He's big, strong, powerful. He's got great hands, got fast release. And obviously, he was still in Buffalo at that point when I seen him. I saw him when they came into New York.
Oh no.
He had the slow start, and everyone was in Vegas, and everyone was like writing him off. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck are you talking about? Guy's
Yeah.
been
Like this
injured.
guy
He had
can.
like, did he have neck fusion?
Yeah.
Did he have like
Yeah.
fusion on his discs and his neck? So what they want him just to come back and score 60 off the bat.
Yeah. They're forgetting this guy was drafted after McDavid of all people. So
Yeah,
like
there's
the
another
guy's good.
savage.
Yeah.
There's another absolute savage. And you watch the way McDavid plays and that explosive skating, the
Yeah.
the power he generates, and then do you know when he first came in, he was kind of pass first. I like the fact he's got a bit more fuck you about him now, and he gets to the net and he wants to grip it and rip it and score goals because I don't know. Crosby was good. Well, Crosby was great.
Oh
Ovechkin
yeah.
was good. I don't know. This kid feels different. That McDavid kid just
He just puts points up like nothing. It's so
yeah.
easy for him. Like, be nice to do that, wouldn't it? Fucking just get
Yeah,
points like
yeah.
that.
I mean, yeah. Just it's not even that. He looks like he's playing on easy, and he's in
Oh
the
yeah,
NHL.
he
Do you know
needs his
what I
own
will?
league. Guys grow.
I'll tell you what he does need, and what he is going to get. In fact, he's going to get the Olympics, and the NHL boys are going. You see these mock teams for like Canada and the US from like fucking Sweden and that. The mock teams are sticking out
It's
right now. They've got
insane.
like Bedard fourth line. I'm like, this is going to be just ridiculous. I'm so excited.
It
Mate,
should be absolutely so sick.
when we interviewed Theo Fleury and we talked about he obviously played on the fucking Canada Cup team.
Mm.
And if you've not seen that Canada Cup team, ladies and gents, go look it out. It is just four of the most stacked lines you could ever imagine. Those games were amazing. If you haven't watched it, go on YouTube. You know, it's filmed on a potato, but it's unbelievable. And I'm glad we're going to get to see it soon. Are you
Yeah,
a fan of international hockey?
yeah, I love it. Like, obviously with obviously how GB have been doing as well, that's been huge, and like the coverage that they get is just never enough. And like the fact that our boys are playing against like Canada and all that lot is insane. So I love watching it. And then but then you look at like the Olympics from the last few years, you got teams like Germany doing
That's
unreal as well. So yeah, like I think it's sick.
Have you ever seen the DL, Josh?
The Dell, no. I heard it's
Oh
unreal
mate,
though.
I've been to 4 games this year. Honestly, four of the fucking funnest hockey games I've been to in my
I
entire
bet.
life. Like, obviously beers are flowing. Beers are
Oh
flowing
yeah,
great. Beers are flowing great. Um, the arena in Cologne, sick. The arena in
I
Bern is
bet it's all
sick.
unreal. Yeah,
The atmosphere. So I went to 2 games in each. The first one of Brett Ferguson's boys plays for Cologne, so he hooked me up.
yeah.
And I walk in and he got me a box. I was
That's
saying it was
sick.
fucking epic, right? In a box, it was like me, Sove, like 3 people sat behind. It was so good, table service, absolutely brilliant. But in the second game, they got us down like right next to the section by the fan curve. The
Oh yeah,
atmosphere was wild in Cologne. Right,
I
it's
bet.
so good. And then for Munich, first game, like a prize fucking wanker like I am. I was like, I want a nice comfy seat.
Yeah.
You pay the extra, get the premium seat. Sat there and I was like, I want to be over there. And it was in the fan curve. So next game
Yeah.
we stood in the fan curve and it's all like it's like a standing
Proper like,
section of football back in the day.
yeah,
Like just
ultras,
kind of
I
lean on
bet.
a bit of metal in front of you, like it's perfect. And they don't stop for 60 minutes.
Yeah,
Losing
just
4-1,
constantly.
just still going, the fans. And the hockey, mate, the hockey is
Unreal.
so good. So,
Yeah.
so good. And I would love to see Brits try and take the route that Joey Lewis took. You know,
Yeah.
go out as a 16, 17, go play U18, U20 in the DNL and maybe get picked up by Germany 3. And I know in some people's brains they're thinking level 3, that sounds shit.
Still a
Brett
good league though, isn't it?
Brett Pelini just went and played there this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't play for less than a fucking €1,000 a week. So
Yeah.
yeah, it might be the third league, but from speaking to Joey, some of the teams in that third league bring so much sponsorship in.
Mm.
They're just like
Yeah, just rolling it.
rolling it. And then obviously you go into the DL2, and then in the next steps of Dell. If you're going there and you can play good hockey in the Dell, you can play anywhere in Europe.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's that good,
Easily.
Josh. It's that
It's
good.
probably
Let
it's like
Sorry, mate. Go.
two it's like the three best places to play in Europe. It's like what, SHL, Swiss
Mhm.
League, and then Germany, isn't it? So
So I watched the Swiss League and they had oh, fuck. Oh, EZ Zug came into
oh yeah,
SC Bern.
nice.
EZ Zug had this kid, he's 17 years old, running the fucking point on the power play. D-man. Mate, this kid getting drafted in
Mate's
the top.
legit.
He's
Yeah.
getting drafted in the top 20 this year, without a doubt. Like, I have never seen a 17-year-old do that to a hockey game before. Like, it was obscene. Like, obscene. Every time he got the puck, so smooth. Think he made one mistake in the first period and then didn't make a mistake for the rest of the game.
Just
And
lights out for the rest of the game.
he was
Yeah.
eating. I bet he ate 26 minutes that night.
Not
A
bad.
17-year-old D-man in one of the best leagues on
17.
the planet.
Yeah.
Mate, he was so, so good. I remember I was sat in the crowd, I text Mark, I was like, this fucking kid. Like, and then just the game kept going on, and he's getting better and better. I was I sit on the fence on Swiss hockey because obviously I've seen it on TV, seen Swiss
Mm,
teams. When I was there, it's the most fucking bored I've been on any of my trips
really?
this year. Yeah. And apparently SC Bern was known for being epic. There was to my left 200 EZ Zug, EV Zug fans,
Yeah.
shirts off, masks on, flares, fucking having it large, mate. I've got a bit of
Yeah.
video. I got a bit of video, and then they came over there, went, and then the head guy came over and started speaking to me, like the head of the ultras from there. He goes, "Mate, will you do that video?" Well, essentially, bit of a language
Yeah.
barrier, but essentially that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm making like a YouTube vlog, told him what I was all about and that, and he was like, "Yeah, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, you can't use that fucking video." I was like, "Okay."
Really?
Yeah. I was like, "That's calm, mate." I was like, "I get it. All you fucking idiots who stood up there with your t-shirts off. Like, probably gonna get in a scrap at some point. Maybe I'll just be like, yeah, I'll allow it. So I'll keep it on my phone. Maybe one
Yeah.
day we'll post it or whatever. But honestly, they were just passionate, mate. Like passionate, didn't stop singing, dancing. They
What you
put a
want
bit of
though,
a
isn't it?
and they put a bit of a beat down in Bern on their own barn. So these lads are now going nuts. I think I worked out it was like a 3-hour train journey. So they'll probably be
Yeah.
having some pops on the train,
Oh,
and then
100%.
they've come into the rink. But yeah, just brilliant fans. The hockey itself, it was good. Don't think it was as entertaining as Germany, and I don't think it
Okay.
was as entertaining as Czech.
Okay, interesting. I thought like yeah, I can probably see it, but I would have
It's
thought it's
skill.
been
They're
yeah,
skilled. Don't get me wrong. Like these guys fucking play. By no means am I saying it's like shit hockey or anything like that. Absolutely not. Very, very good hockey. Very, very good quality hockey players. more hitting and more feistiness in Germany and Czech,
Yeah.
which obviously, if anyone's ever watched me play, that's exactly kind of the games I like. And Slovakia is the same. Slovakia, they finish every hit. Swiss is a bit more how Euro hockey used to be.
Oh yeah.
Like not really much
Bit
hitting, good
soft.
passing, fast, yeah, soft. But like you watch the Slovak in the Czech league and stuff, man. It's way more physical than the elite league.
Oh yeah, I'm not
Way
surprised.
more physical than the elite league. Like every guy on every line is like Riley Brandt.
Just yeah, all crashing and
Just
banging.
not fucking Steve. By the way, is he not just a joy to watch? Riley Brandt is a throwback, ladies and gentlemen. He's got to be one of the funnest players in the elite league to watch. He just
Yeah,
bumps guys. I met his mum and dad, and just great people. I met him in Guildford at a elite league game this year,
yeah.
and like I found it really interesting. His dad was roommates with Dave Whistle back
Oh
in
no way.
college. I was like, what the fuck? Hockey world's too small, mate.
It really is. It's crazy.
Right, Josh. Obviously, like I was touching on a little bit with the concussions and stuff like that. At any points it ever crossed your this is a bit deep of a question, but
Mm.
it's one that it's nice to be asked on a podcast like this. We've got a good platform. So, is the retirement ever crossed your mind?
Um, I got to the state like it did get it like it got to the stage
Well,
where
because your
like
head,
I
right?
don't know about yeah
It's
yeah
your
that's the
head.
thing.
So, like,
I'm getting different people telling me different things and like quite a few people obviously saying obviously take the year out and stuff and see like that, but then it I don't necessarily think about retirement just because like I am only 23 at this stage. I like, if I took the year off, I reckon that would probably be better for me. But like realistically, if I get one more and it's a bad one, then it's yeah, it's not looking very good. And with all the stuff of like what was it like CTE and stuff like that, it can be a big thing. And obviously seeing like even with Jonesy, like seeing how he's the time off that he's had and he's now feeling good, like I'd like to think that I could
speed
keep going.
bagging that fucking ENL
Yeah.
two league right now. He should
Yeah.
not be allowed to play in that league. Like he should not be allowed to. So I put a picture out of him like when he signed,
Mm,
and someone put probably one of the better players in ENL two. I was like, no, the fucking best player in ENL two,
yeah.
the best player in ENL two they've seen in fucking years and years and
Should
years
not
and
be there.
years. Like guys over here, he was. I think he made the 4,000 count All Star team in the fucking national the year before. And now
Yeah.
he might be the best player in the national too. No, he's the fucking best
Oh yeah.
player in the national too by a mile. Like
There's no
it's not even
question
kind of
about
close.
it.
Yeah, it's not even
Yeah.
kind of close. Like, and I like Jonesy. I felt bad for him, man. Like, obviously the year in Basingstoke, plus they didn't want to really let anybody know that he was out for the year, so he was at
Yeah.
games and kind of fucking lingering in the bar and probably just feeling like a spare prick at a wedding, wanting to be out there, knowing his head wasn't going to allow him. Whereas Bees did, Bees went the opposite. They were like, "Josh is done, and now you're back." So I guess it's
Yeah.
better that way around. That they go, "Yeah, you're done," and then you actually come back and you're like, "No, I'm here. I'm ready to go."
Yeah, definitely. Like it kind of I feel like the message coming out obviously probably took a bit of I want to say like stress off, I guess, like knowing that like okay, even if I do come back, like then great, I can just come back and
That's a win.
it's a win. If not, then yeah, I've got the season to recover and it's full focused on next year. So, I mean, like they have been great to with looking after me and trying to give me like as much like support and stuff as they can. And yeah, as well as yeah, just having like both Adam and Sam Jones like being able to speak to them about everything and get like being able to pick their brains on it. It's helped and just really got me like a full like a better understanding of like everything that's going on and even just like how like your neck and your traps, for example, can really affect it. Like I found once
So much as well, Josh. Like, well,
oh
just
yeah,
think. where are they going? They're going here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Like they're going, yeah.
When I was having physio, I've been having physio on my neck and traps for like last few months.
Right.
First time when he was going through my SCM in my neck, so one of the main muscles in your
Yeah,
neck.
yeah.
Oh my fucking god, the pressure and the pain it put into my head. I was like, this is literally where like enhanced everything, and it's like almost like everything's come through there
So
because
whiplash is well,
yeah,
concussion's whiplash, right? And you talk
yeah,
about your SCM and you go here, buff.
yeah, and like I've got the video
Yeah.
of the hit
I
where it
think
happened,
you
and you literally
might have
see.
sent me it at the time.
Possibly, maybe. If not, I can always send it to you. But you literally see after our heads collide, you literally see my head whip round, and I was like, "Well, fuck that. No wonder it's fucking killing me for
Yeah.
fucking so long."
No wonder I've got a concussion. Yeah, that would do it. Shit.
Yeah. So, but
It's
yeah,
scary, isn't it, a concussion though, Josh? Because you go, I'm fine, and then you do something, you're like,
well, that's the
the
thing. Is like
fuck was that? And you just
I wanted to.
everything goes.
I didn't necessarily. Like, obviously, I'm fucking. I've just had my bell rung. I want to keep. I want to go back out there and play. And
100%.
our physio's like, no chance. He took me to the room straight away and was like, did the what was it all scat testing and stuff. He's like, yeah,
Yeah, scat test.
can't even do that. I was like, you're so
You couldn't do it.
done. No, no, like
So
mate,
I take it you
memory,
did
everything.
baseline
Couldn't do it.
test at the start of the season, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
So you did your baseline, and excuse
Couldn't
me,
even get close.
not even close.
No, no, no.
And
I couldn't even
ladies and
finish the
gents,
thing.
for those that don't know what a baseline test is, it's very similar to like a fucking IQ test. It's not
Yeah,
overly difficult. IQ test
no,
obviously is, but like not overly difficult. But it might be like answer this question, and it might be like what's next in this sequence. What's
yeah,
how many dots are here, there? How many dots should be over there? Stuff that's just
like
cognitive. It's just getting your brain firing. Yeah,
it's like
stuff without
the
a
months of the year
concussion.
backwards and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like without concussion you don't have to be super intelligent or anything like that. You could go on and you could quite easily complete it. But what we're looking for is how long did it take you to complete that? Now, if you did that at 2 minutes 48 seconds at the start of the season, then you get your bell rung and you're on fucking 9 minutes and you're on question 7,
yeah,
you might have a conky. Chances are
maybe.
about 99.999% of the time you're gonna have a concussion. And that allows us to diagnose it earlier. It allows us to stop that one that we talked about, Crosby. The second concussion's the one that fucking annihilates you.
Mm,
You know, that second in a short space. And that's really what they're trying to do now with these protocols being in place and the no, especially like you look at UFC and stuff like that. You can fight.
yeah,
You're fucking suspended for 3 months. Like you're not allowed to spar. You're not allowed to do shit. Like that's it. Like you get concussion in a fight. If it's mild, I think you're on a month's late duties. No sparring. If it's severe, you could not be sparring for like 6 months.
yeah. It's a long
They're
time.
being so careful now with head injuries, and I'm going to sing our praises again. Dr. Victoria Silverwood is so good with this sort of stuff and the knowledge that she brings, and especially to athletes in our sport. I really wish like the UK hockey scene in terms of the EIHA, Ice Hockey UK, would get her on board in some way and description. Because if there's a person that would do it, it would be her if she was asked in
Yeah.
the right way. And just to have that outreach and program or something in place. Like, did you do any cognitive rehab or any sort of, brain training, anything like that? I know obviously we've had Dan Carcillo on. He's big on the mushrooms and other sides, which you can't do obviously because you're still a registered player.
Mm.
And I imagine it's on a prohibited substance list. But there is like avenues and revenues and stuff that you can go down now to support concussion and the cognitive therapy. So I'm just interested to know what you have done, if anything.
So like nothing crazy in terms of like the cognitive side. Like obviously I work I've got to work as well, so that takes up a lot of my time. So that's been a bit like I don't know if that's necessarily affected it or not, but
It's a bit easier if you're
like
Dan Carcillo and you're a fucking Stanley Cup winner a couple of times and you got bank.
yeah, you can
Yeah, a
sit
little bit
back
easier, a
and
little bit
yeah.
easier.
So like I got to the stage where like okay, so it'd been like 6 weeks, tried coming back, wasn't happening. And then it's like, right, we need to find out really what's going on here. So trying to get a scan, trying to find like
What
trying
did
to
you feel like when you came back after 6 weeks? Did you, because when I've had it before, Josh, I remember getting concussion, adamant I was playing too early. Physio told me it was too early. I was like, nah, I'm playing
yeah,
too early. I remember I skated out of the old bees dressing room, and before I got to the center circle, I was like, oh my God.
yeah.
And I did. I went behind the net. I got off the side door, went into the locker room, and she went, I fucking told you, you dick. I did, but
Yeah.
during the week, mate, I felt great. Like, so how did
Yeah,
it feel for
that's the
you?
thing. You don't know. And like so I've done obviously I've been trying to train I've been doing training and then I even came back for a game and obviously like typical the game I come back is playing Leeds. So
I just get
and
pumped.
yeah, so like training it was like I thought I was all right. Realistically, I wasn't. Like looking back, I knew I probably wasn't good.
You were
But I
probably here thinking you were here, and then you look back and actually you were probably there
yeah,
because you,
I think it was just because I thought I felt all right because on a high because actually on the ice and actually like with the boys and training and stuff because obviously it'd been so long, and then I get into a game and like felt relatively okay. I ended up playing quite some minutes as well, which I don't think we quite expected in the end. A lot of penalty kill and stuff like that. And then yeah, I think I finished the whole game in the end, or like maybe stopped in the third. But yeah, I got like I effectively got like a fucking breakaway, and that
what
Bailey,
you
I got
did.
yeah, yeah. So I picked it up off the
How the
boards.
how the
I'll
fuck
tell
did
you.
you get a
So
breakaway? What
well,
happened?
it would have been, it would have been. So like it's board battle along the boards in our zone, like just sort of tops of the circles. I fish it out and I'm wheeling, and you got that Bailey Conga right in front of me here.
Yeah.
I take it past him, and as I'm going that way, he leaves a stick out, and it just takes me out, and I fly, smack my head on the ice, and I was
Oh
like, oh
shit.
shit, yeah. So I was like, I could sort of feel it a bit. I was like, okay, this isn't good. Like, I think I'm okay, so I want to finish. Like, I was adamant, I want to finish. Like, I didn't tell anyone. Like
Of course you
that's
didn't.
probably no, of
Of
course.
course, of course you didn't.
Um, and then like the next day, like yeah, it was just like square one again, and it's like I can't do this.
Square
It's
one, all the way
yeah,
back.
effectively, yeah, effectively.
Fuck.
Like
It's scary, mate,
and
though, because you said about CTE. Obviously, we had Chris Simon kill himself last week.
yeah,
And
it's
it's fucking
honestly
like, and last night, sorry, just to shit you up here, Josh. Sorry, Caroline. I know you're watching right now. You'll be fucking. I'm gonna be getting a text message from your mother in a minute. Get in trouble. But I watched the thing about Chris Benoit,
yeah,
and they obviously wrestler. He killed his wife, and then he killed his son, and then he killed himself. And he'd sent like messages to his family saying, "Hey, dogs are in the backyard, keys on porch." Obscure messages at like 3:45 a.m. saying that it's a
yeah,
bunch of people, and so it's not a rage thing because everyone's like it's roid rage. It's not. And it happened over a period of 2-3 days when they scan because he hung himself.
mm,
Sorry, YouTube. I
uh,
don't know if you're gonna like that. This is for educational purposes only. Little disclaimer there. This is for educational purposes only. And he hung himself. So obviously that meant he didn't shoot himself. So his brain wasn't all over the place. His brain was intact. When they looked at Chris Benoit's brain from all of those WWE impacts, fucking chairs, everyone says it's fake. You can't fake fucking running into a metal cage. Like you can't fake that. That's real. The concussions those boys get when they land on their neck from the top of a steel cage, 12 foot onto a mat. It's a mat. It's like
yeah,
it's a mat. Like it still hurts. Like
yeah,
it's still a severe concussion, mate. The CTE in that guy's brain. They showed a scan of his brain. It was like fucking mashed potatoes, mate.
yeah.
Your
I'm not
decision
surprised.
making,
It's
your impulse control, your depression, your anxiety, your levels, your dopamine,
it's
everything
all
in
over
your
the place.
entire brain is screwed. And by the way, this isn't a doctor's opinion. This is me talking here. Like, if you do want to hear, go listen to Dr. Victoria. She knows her shit about this. But yeah, just do have to be so careful, mate. And I'm glad you seem to have been very careful. Talk us through then after you go back to square one, which is soul destroying.
Yeah,
Where'd you
yeah.
go from there?
So like it's not easy. So it's like, especially when you're like thinking, right, I'm there, and like, and then that happens, and it's straight back to square fucking one.
And you're a prime
It's
age, right? You're in a good growth like development part of your
yeah,
career.
yeah.
You're 22, 23, 24. You get pumping, you're getting going, and you're also getting given more responsibilities. So did that factor into your thoughts sitting at home going, if I was playing this, because we're hockey players, this is what we do. Oh, if I was playing, maybe we don't lose tonight. Maybe we have 5D instead of 4, or
Yeah.
maybe I give
Oh,
that guy a breather there, and you just beat the living shit out of yourself.
it's so tough. Like especially like watching the boys week in week out, knowing like I could be there, I could be involved, and who knows, maybe the results could go a different way. Um, it's just so, yeah, it's soul destroying. Like I hate watching hockey knowing I could be playing. Like there's nothing worse than knowing I could be out there and I'm sat on the sidelines with
I don't know,
fucking mushy
8 year ban
brain.
will do it. 8 year ban might be
Oh,
might fucking
well,
might
yeah,
make
it's
it a
not
little bit
quite like
worse because
that.
you want to play and you can't. Like, but
At
at
least
some
I could
point,
train and stuff
yeah,
on
at
occasion.
some
So
point though, Josh, you just don't. And well, do you know what is quite nice about you being on today? I'm sorry to all my fans, my fans, the fans, 4,000 Cannon fans. Shout out Mark, not here today, but you know he'll be back. I've had James Archer this week, retired. Ross Murray, retired. At least you're fucking coming back from something. Like, I think three
yeah,
retirees in a week. I'll be like, oh my God.
need
It's
some good
it
news out there.
yeah, need some good news. Need some guys coming back to the game and losing two. And obviously you got to compete against those boys. What's it like when you get to compete against a James Archer or Ross Murray? Because they play the game the old school way. They're still got a bit of the old EPL about them. That must be fun for you as a D man because they're in your
Oh
corner. You mix it up in front of the net and that sort of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, 100%. Like obviously, I like playing more physical anyway.
Yeah,
I like to throw the body if I need to fight. I can fight. Um, like having it's more fun that way. I enjoy the physical side of it. And knowing you got guys who have played in the EPL and can yeah play like that. It's good fun, and you can literally like yeah, even better if you catch someone off and you manage to like they come in and you drop them. Or I'm not saying I've ever done that to any of those guys. I don't think I've ever got the chance to, but like you get a good hit against someone and you're like oh feeling a bit buzzed and it's good fun. But yeah, even just the battles, it's they know how that they know what they got to do. They've been playing in the EPL against quality guys and they know what it takes. So it's you got to be you'll be quick and you got to think about okay, what are these guys going to do? What have I got to be careful of? And just really like yeah, paying attention to what they're doing and making sure you're in the right place to basically yeah handle it really. So it's good fun.
obviously we've focused a little bit on your injury and we've focused on another couple of bits, but let's roll it back. Kid from Basingstoke, my neck of the woods. How the
Yeah.
fuck did you get into hockey?
Uh well, it's all my mum really. So
Let's pump CJ's tires for a bit. Let's do it.
she played Bison Lady. She played I think she played like England and stuff as well for the women's. So yeah, she did that fucking ages, and obviously I've
Mate,
grown up with
she
my
did
mum
that when
playing.
I was a fucking junior, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure
probably
she
yeah.
did. I'm sure your mum and Hannah Driver and all that were playing for the Lady Bison when I was a junior. They must have been. Yeah.
I want to say like yeah, because I think she started when she was
I'm
like
pretty
I want
fucking
to say
old,
she was
Josh.
18. I think
I'm
she was
pretty old
18
now.
when she started. Oh, she'll hate me for fucking giving away her age. So I'm not gonna say it.
Out and a
Yeah, so I won't do
yeah.
that.
So,
But yeah, so literally, I got to the point. So I was playing football. I was a goalie, and for like playing for my school and stuff like that. And obviously, I wanted to play hockey as well. And it got to the point where like my mum was like, "Look, it's too much doing all of them. Which one do you want to do?" And I was like, "I want to
hoping
play
you're
hockey.
picking the goalie gloves and football boots over the fucking
Save the money." Yeah,
CCM 952 Taxon, fucking Sindog. Yeah, I'm sure.
yeah. So yeah, I picked hockey, and like even before it got to that stage, like I'm like how our coach in back in the day was I can't remember his name, but God rest his soul. He was
I
a
know who
great
it
coach. He
is.
was
I
my
know who it
yeah.
is. Dave
You
Murray.
probably remember. I think you're right. Yeah, I can't remember his name. It's been so long, but
So
he
if it
was
is, shout out Dave Murray because he actually played a pivotal part in my development. Because when I couldn't get to the rink from Tadley, Dave and Andy, his son Andy was goalie as well. He'd pick me up and he'd bring me to the rink. They also took me to the London Docklands loads to watch the London Knights. And Dave was just this big old Scottish fuck with the, I don't know, wittiest charm and just a genuinely good guy. And I know he did a lot with the ladies. He did a hell of a lot with the ladies. So that would be about that sort of
yeah.
time. So that would be who you're talking about.
I think it is, and yeah. So obviously he was my mum's coach at the time. I think he was also doing the coaching was it the under 10s at the time, and he was like, look,
Yes, he
um,
was.
they they wanted to do they needed players, and he asked my mum, was like, can Josh like pretty much can your boy play? And she was like, yeah, he can play. He's like, can he skate and stuff like that? She's like, yeah. I rock up to training, can't skate. Like they're like they have to like push me to the side, like put me to the side while everyone's training. And they give me a little blue chair to push around the ice, try and learn how to skate in. And then
It was
yeah,
Planet
so
Ice
it's all
Basingstoke, so it only had fucking three legs, no doubt.
yeah, probably yeah. So yeah, it's that's sort of how it started. And yeah, I like I said, I got the ultimatum. It's football, it's hockey, and I chose hockey, and it's been my life pretty much ever since. Like
I would
playing,
say
training.
Petr
So
Cech would say he made a mistake, but I mean, his post career has proven not
yeah, well, like
because he had to make the same choice, Josh, but he made the choice where he could make 200 grand a
he,
week.
yeah, he made the smart choice. He
He
made
made
the
us,
smart choice.
and then he went and played for Guildford Phoenix
Yeah,
after winning
yeah.
the Champions League.
Well,
Like,
that's why
who knew?
he's a winner.
Yeah, but the
So
kids now, that's what kids, it's an option. Get good until you're about 18. And then if Chelsea want to sign you to be a goalie, then do it. Do that.
yeah, but even just playing multiple sports, that's huge. So but yeah, played played Bicester Juniors, went over to Guildford, had some time over there with Milos and Terry Curtin Bark. Um,
Yeah, you fucking turncoat.
um, uh, like I don't mind you saying that because honestly, probably two of the best coaches I've ever had.
Yeah,
Both
so
Milos and
mate,
Terry, they were so good.
knowing you
Um,
as a youngster, and then after you came back, because obviously you trained me a little bit when you came back. Best thing you ever did.
oh yeah, it
Best,
was.
the best thing you ever did. Like,
And
straight up.
having someone like Terry, for example, as a D coach, like I've never had any sort of proper coaching as a D prior to that. Terry was huge. And then
Yeah, you
yeah,
get your
obviously sort of
45 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever it was back then, twice a week.
yeah,
Very much team training,
yeah,
load of wobblers. Because Basingstoke, what we have always prided ourselves on and what we are is development club, which means everybody fucking plays.
mm,
And to the better players, bemusement, we're putting four flying guys
yeah,
on that fucking shouldn't be on the ice. But development was always the key. There was no D coaching, power play coach, or fucking skills coach. So you getting that at that age, sponge.
yeah, yeah. I mean, even just little things like Terry saying, "Watch the body, don't watch the puck." Like you didn't get taught that prior to that. So even just little simple things like that is crazy. And like I've done some work with Corey Nielsen because he does his like consultancy and stuff like that, and like there should be a much like there should be more what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word is, but they need to sort of really crack down and put some focus on actual D training. Like we've like you look at we've got some great forwards in British hockey. How many top quality D men are there?
None.
We need like
Josh, no.
it's
To me the
crazy.
answer to me the answer is zero.
Yeah. Well, I know this because when
And that's
obviously
not me being a fucking prick. This is no disrespect to there are some phenomenal British D-men, right? There are,
Yeah,
and this is me not disrespecting them. Where is the next Ben O'Connor? Because there fucking ain't one. There ain't one. There isn't one. Unless you're ready to go to OHL at 14 right now, 15, like Ben was, and you can go and play in Kazakh and get signed in a fucking K. I know it went tits up before he actually got
yeah.
the chance to do it, but he signed a KHL deal.
Well, I can
You,
say that.
yeah, like I don't know. I can't see it. Like who's best up and coming? Reese Kelly for me. Reese Kelly didn't get in the squad this time, but I think he probably does knock on the door next time. Mark Richardson's another year older. Davey Phillips another year older. A couple of the import boys there, we got another year older. Sam Jones, he's coming into his own a little bit.
Yeah,
Sam Jones, but he's not a fucking elite defenseman. He's a good defenseman, and he's good at what he's good at, and he's good at that, and we'll keep him being good at that. But again, I'm not going to be a Sheffield Steeler. I'm not going to be Aaron Fox next year and expect Sam Jones to score fucking 14 plus 25. I don't expect that out of that. That's not his game. So when you're talking about elite British defensemen, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know where
Could
they
be a
come from.
problem. Could be a problem going forward.
So
But this
yeah.
is the thing. Like
So
speaking
Josh,
to
as you say,
Corey,
get Corey in there.
yeah, yeah, oh, massively. Like he, like just like speaking
Can you
with
imagine
him and like,
everybody had access to Corey? As
oh
in, like he was paid 45 grand a year by Ice Hockey UK, and he was the fucking British D coach. So if you're a Bracknell Bee or you're a fucking Solihull Baron or you're a Solway Shark or you're a Glasgow Clan or you ring the guy and you're like, here's some tape my last 5 games. Here's the shifts that I was effective. Here's the shifts that I wasn't ineffective. What the fuck did I do? And how do I not do that again? Or how do I do more of that?
yeah,
How many
it
better
could be
players
so
do you
it could
have
be
because
vital.
of that?
Yeah,
So what does Corey
massively.
what did Corey do with you? Is it literally like that?
Basically, yeah, running through game footage, like obviously he's got some things that he's got to start with. Like I had a call with him and he ran through some things sort of saying like this is sort of what we do and sort of showed me like different areas and stuff like that. And then we went through, yeah, game footage and stuff. And it like out of his words, he literally says like British D men know nothing because we literally don't. It's true, we don't. And like
Yeah,
he even
mate,
said to
I
me like
laugh. I believe him. I
yeah,
believe him.
he's even said to me it's like obviously I, I like I'm good friends with like Jonesy and that Sam and both Adam, but like Corey that she said to me is like the amount of times like he's having to like at GB camp like teach Sam things because
Yeah.
like guys need it sort of thing. It's like it's crazy, and I learned so much from him. Like and it really like yeah, it helped a lot. And like even the fact that he let me during last year, he let me go up and train with the Panthers when he was coach there. So like getting an experience like that, it's huge. And oh, like I felt so much more confident. I was playing better at the time, and
Let's roll it back
yeah,
to try and tie it into the same thing that we're talking about. You went OHA, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, so you went from being on the ice twice a week, then you go Guildford, then you go OHA. You start getting this development. It's very much team development, and
yeah,
but a lot of it is the training sessions, the off ice, the gym, the skills, everything it's based on development. We want you to get better than you
yeah.
were when you came in fucking September. When you leave in April, you're going to be a better hockey player, right? Do you feel, because I massively felt this in my senior career, they don't give a fuck about development. You get up there and you're like doing horseshoe, turn one from back checker, 3-on-2, power play, breakouts. Maybe a
Yeah, you've
fucking
just got to
script,
be ready. You've just got to
maybe
be
a
ready.
scrimshaw. But like, I watched Pete Russell's training from Germany. He's got fucking DL guys doing like pirouettes on their knees in the center circle and then receiving a pass and giving it to the guy that's over there and then dropping to their knees and up and this way, open pivot and bang and bang and bang. Right, these are DL players. These fucking half of these guys are drafted in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah,
And Pete's got them doing this stuff to develop skills still at that level. Do you think we miss out on that?
massively, massively. But like, it also doesn't help that like yeah, like you get
Ice
into
time.
seniors and you're still yeah ice time. Like we train twice a week at Bees. I mean
Semi-pro slash pro, whatever you want to call it.
yeah, Like I don't know what many of the other teams in the league, for example, are doing. But
2-3, 2-3 from most guys I spoke to. You know,
yeah,
that optional third skate for the guys that live out of town, or I think if if they're paying for your fucking apartment, you better be there for the Friday afternoon skate. But
yeah,
if you live out of town, you're probably okay. But again, it's 2 hours, Josh, 2 hours a week.
yeah. It's not a
Not a
lot of
lot to
time.
get
So
better at
it's
anything. To
so
get
you're
better
doing
at
you're not
anything,
even yeah you're not doing development stuff. You're doing systems. You're trying to learn how to play in to win
you're aiming
games.
for results,
So
right?
yeah,
You're just
yeah,
aiming
exactly.
purely for results. Here's an initiative, and it literally just come to my head right now. And this is how great it is having ADHD because I wasn't thinking about this, but it's in there now. Imagine if there's a fucking initiative in place where if we take one of the kids out of your program, we'll give you 15 grand. Ice Hockey UK will give you 15 grand. If you can develop a guy that fucking goes and plays more than 10 games for GB, we'll give you £15,000, £20,000, £25,000 for your program. Better still, for your junior program, it bypasses the senior team and
Yeah,
fucking goes right trickle down economics. It goes right down to the fucking grassroots. But if you give me Nicky Ching coming out of Cardiff, I'm going to give Cardiff 25 bags. Give me another fucking Nicky Chin.
yeah,
Okay, well, you've gave me a bit of funding. I could probably do that now.
yeah. It's
But
going to
there's
incentivize
there's
developing
no
players, isn't it?
initiatives now
Yeah,
and we know they're sat on money, bro. They're sat on money. They're sat on money. Like, I'm sorry, like, and I know I need to try to find line because I want to do stuff with the league and I want to do stuff for Ice Hockey UK, but this will be first and foremost a fucking players podcast. Any of the other shit can stop. I don't care. It's not going to annoy me. I'll continue to call out what needs to be called out because ultimately what I want and what I've only ever wanted for UK hockey is for it to be as best as it can be. And while fat cats are getting rich up top and development's getting shit down the bottom, that ain't gonna fly with me. And I just really hope that we do put in investment. Imagine Corey Nielsen going around fucking chatting to a bunch of 15-year-old kids right now.
yeah. Telling them how
That
to play
shit
hockey.
stick with you. Like that shit will
Yeah,
stick with you. If you're a 15-year-old that's serious about being a hockey player and Corey Nielsen comes to your fucking rink and talks, it's going to be the only time in the last. You're 15 years old. It's going to be the only time in the last fucking 6 months you don't give a shit about pussy, your iPhone, or your fucking Call of Duty. Like it is the. Do you know what I mean? Like if hockey's your thing, all of a sudden all those free distraction. Corey Nielsen stood in front of you. He's a scary prick as well. Like like he's a
he
grumpy
can give it
fucking
to you
bear.
as well.
He's a
He's
fucking grumpy bear, and I love him. I
yeah,
love him. But do you know what I mean?
he's
Like if you're
so
15 and
cool.
you know the guy's pedigree and he's like throws away boys, right? You're fucking concentrating. Listen, I'm going to teach you to be a better hockey player right now. Every 15-year-old worth his salt that wants to be a hockey player is going to be like, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
he tells you
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
something, you
yeah.
fucking do it.
Yeah, yeah. Like, and that's what we need. And again, Peter Russell bringing these initiatives in, bringing these things in. Hopefully, he gets to then start rolling it out to clubs within the UK. Like, he's a national team coach for a reason. He's the most
Mm,
successful ever national
yeah,
team coach for a reason. Guy won the DL2. Like, he's won the championships all over the place. Let's utilize that. Utilize the skill that we got. Paul Dixon, another British coach, Elite League, Challenge Cup finalist for the second time, runner up last year.
yeah.
Fuck, is this guy don't run a hockey school? Like, and why the league? Why the EIHA? Why Ice Hockey not UK not going right? Peter Russell and Paul Dixon hockey school.
Yeah.
Let's get 100 kids on it. We'll have session A in the morning, session B, session A in the afternoon, session B. We'll have Digger run this. We'll have fucking Pete run that. We'll bring in Ewan King. We'll bring in Sam Jones. We'll bring in Colin Shields. Like, if you want to produce hockey players, want to produce them, actually
Yeah,
want to do it, it means get off your fucking wallet and do something. And yeah, get this camp together and don't charge kids fucking 595 quid to go. Make it £200 so that every single kid in the entire country, should they
it's
wish,
there.
can attend.
Yeah,
When it's 500, 600 quid and 700 quid and shit like that, parents can't afford it, mate. They can't genuinely afford it. But
no,
200 quid, you ain't getting childcare for that. So fucking suck it up, pay the money. Like, at some point, you go, too much for the parents. And at some point, you go, parents, fucking pony up because your kid's an expensive sport. Suck it the fuck up. Like
Yeah,
it is an
it's
expensive
true.
sport.
Yeah,
It is. It is. So, but if you're paying 250 versus 7, as a parent, you could go, wow, that's great. You put a great initiative. And for £250, I get to
for
see
the
Connor
value as
Nielsen,
well.
Adam Keefe, and fucking Peter Russell. And there'd be so many kids that would attend at £250 a pop, probably 100, that you would make 250 grand. You could pay the boys nice, you could pay the rink nice, you could pay the food nice, you could pay the trainers nice. You'd still make money on top, but at that nice price point, everybody would want to, 100 kids, get them in there. Did I say 250 grand? That's not what I meant. So 25 grand, but still, like, you could pay the coaches a nice salary. You could do all these different types of things. What ultimately is going to progress into maybe the next Liam Kirk, maybe RIP, next Alex Graham. Like, and we can sugarcoat all we want. Alex
Mm.
Graham's a big void that we have to fill now.
Oh
He
yeah,
was
massive.
he was in my 15-year GB plan.
That kid was
Like,
unreal.
unreal, mate. And like, just what I mean, like when you looked at guys coming out in the last few years, Jonah Phillips and Matty Myers, and you're going, who goes there? You go, Alex Graham goes there.
Yeah. Well,
Alex
I
Graham
even
takes
I
one
remember
of those
playing.
slots.
I remember playing against him, and I felt like every game he always like he would catch me off with something, whether it's like a reverse check or like literally gets the puck on his stick, flings it in the air, catches it as he's going past me, and then just goes in and snipes. Like the kid was unreal, and yeah, I
But
mean,
that's
like you
what I
said,
mean.
it's a
These are the
massive
things I'm
void.
talking about. We don't have Alex Graham's growing on trees. I love that kid. I love what he brought. I remember bringing him on when we spoke on here. I spoke to the youngest nipper Alex Graham you ever imagined, just before he went off to the OHL, and I'm talking to him. And then he went there, he did his thing, and he came back, and he had that issue with GB. Fucking Bob Westerdale and another couple of pricks let it out that it was him getting, and I was really disappointed. And people started to write him off, and I was like, kid likes a fucking couple of pints, leave him alone. Get him on the ice and give him a puck, he'll be just fine. He'll be okay. And then I think that year he had 89 points in like 35 games.
Probably.
It's like, yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
be okay, like, mate. And that's a sad loss for not only the hockey community, but when we get down to the selfish nitty gritty part of it, the fucking actual hockey bit, we don't produce talent like that. So when we lose
No.
that, not only are we now trying to replace a Jonah Phillips and Matty Myers, we are trying to replace an Alex Graham because he's a GB mainstay for the next 10, 15 years, in my opinion. You've already seen what Sean Norris get in this first year in the Elite League.
Yeah.
I like Sean. Alex Graham's a fucking better player than Sean Norris. Cole Sudra, Cole's good. Alex a lot younger, but I think by the time Alex was Cole's age, Alex is a better hockey player again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When you start rattling it off, how well Alex and Liam played together as juniors and kids, fucking running riot. Mate, it's a sad one, but we then have to start trying to figure out where these next ones come from. Obviously, you're down there in Bracknell. Well, Slough, Bracknell. Ah, fucking God. Bugs me, Josh. It bugs me. It bugs
Yeah.
me. Because I played for the Bees, and obviously I played for them as the Bracknell Bees. Same as Romford. Like, I think actually this week, Romford put hoodies out. Romford Raiders. So I don't know if
Yeah.
the Romford Raiders are actually back. I hope they are. I would love Bracknell one day to move, and this is no slant on Slough. Slough have been great with us. Like, in fact,
Mm.
the best ice rink that I've dealt with in terms of charity games, any of that. Julie Miles is a credit to everyone active, and Slough Serena. She's been fantastic. She's already messaging me about this year's game coming up in August, mate. She's on it on like a carb on it. Like, they've been fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's like when NHL franchise move. Do you know what I mean? When
Yeah.
NHL franchise movie, you're like,
Never
it'd
the
be
same.
sick to see him like back in Quebec. Or like, yeah, it's great the
Yeah.
Avalanche won the cup, but could you imagine if this was in Quebec right now? The fucking Providence, it would shut down like in Quebec. I don't know, and I think it's tough because you can't ask people to travel from Bracknell to Slough for a home game.
Yeah.
And I
It's
would
not
love,
home that way, is it? So
yeah, because it's not. I would love them to go back to Bracknell. It's never going to happen because, hey, I doubt we're going to have another John Knight kicking around Bracknell in our
mm.
lifetime. But how have you found? Obviously, you never played in Bracknell as such. You would have played against them, but how have you found the fan base? Has it been a lot of fans that have maybe stepped up from Slough, or new fans coming into the building? Potentially, some Bracknell fans coming across from the John Knight Leisure Centre.
Yeah, I think it's been a good mix. Like, I think to be honest, it's probably a lot of new people. I know.
A lot of Bison
Um,
fans as well, right?
well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's always Bison fans there. And I know that the owners have been doing a great job and really focusing on not just Slough but the surrounding areas as well. So I think there's a lot of new people, but it's uh, for me. I'm not convinced that it's a hockey market really in Slough anymore. Um,
Anymore. Great. I'm so glad you added that because some of the OGs that have been watching the podcast since day dot that used to
yeah,
watch me in Slough might have fucking been
yeah,
they
I
might have
wouldn't
been
disrespect
commenting in your
that.
commenting in your DMs right now.
Yeah,
Um
I mean, I
no,
don't
I
think it's the
agree,
same
Josh. I
anymore. Yeah,
agree, mate. I agree. And again, like you got to look and it sounds mad, but you got to look at like the ethnic minorities that are in Slough. It's a high proportion of the area. There
mm,
isn't a single ice rink in Pakistan, India, any of that way that I know about. Yet the culture is very much based around that in Slough, from my experience of being there. So it is then getting into different markets within maybe Wokingham, outside of Reading, Windsor, and start
yeah,
trying to get outside of the area. I think obviously they've dropped the Bracknell name. I've got the Bees jersey right here. Um, it is the Bees, but it does. I think because I played there, it always feel weird to me Bracknell not being on it.
yeah, yeah,
I know, again, I know it's different as well because under new ownership, under new coaching, the only thing that's really left from over there, Shep, Moggy,
the logo.
Shep and Moggy, the logo,
Yeah,
Gazza's done. Shout out Gazza, baby this week. Congratulations to you and your wonderful missus. That's great news. Um, But yeah,
Bob.
yeah, it feels very different, doesn't it? And I think now next year, much the same we've seen like Hull coming in, Bristol coming, people forget Bees moved to a different town.
Mm.
So I think next year
It's
the
starting
Bees,
again. It's starting all over again, like all these other
it's
teams that
brand
joined
new,
the
mate.
league.
I think next year they could be a real good year for growth. If you boys could go and do essentially what is a Romford Raiders and make the playoff finals,
Yeah.
fuck, it gets a bit of buzz around town, and it is difficult. It's a difficult sport to grow, mate, because no one's seen it.
Mm.
And if you
Yeah.
haven't seen it, you've got to be convinced to go.
Yeah.
Like you're
It's
gonna,
getting them in the building. Like
yeah,
if they're in there, you don't have to worry about them coming back because realistically they're coming back. But it's
yeah.
getting them in the building, isn't it? And I think that's another thing that goes against us in Slough at the moment is obviously the parking situation as well. That's changed. I don't know
Oh,
if you've
by
been
the
down there
way,
since.
yeah, for a charity game, and half of the fucking players were carrying. Wait, I'm parked on so and so street. Do you know it? Like, no. And then they come in the room like what? So fucking 7 street sides, carry a kit bag, crate of beer, and everything. I'm like, yeah, that's bad. But Slough Council was selling that land
Oh
for
yeah,
monies, mate.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
More than £1.20 an hour that cost to park there. They would have made bank off that development. Right, Josh, one sec, because can I piss, mate?
Yeah.
Right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, a little pee break there, and it's going to seem completely off what we were just chatting about, but we're gonna move to a different tack. Josh, you've had different experiences playing the game.
Mhm.
who was your kind of main influences, and who were the players that you used to watch that you kind of looked upon to kind of base your game upon yourself?
Good question. So obviously, when I first started watching, I think it's probably maybe the last final years of Bison in the Elite League. I think.
Yeah.
So that's when I first started watching, and then really from then, obviously going to different places with Bain, so
I'll
Guildford,
I'll pretend
having
that I wasn't old enough to be playing in those games.
um,
Oh,
yeah.
so
So
old, mate.
um, and then yeah, sorry, I just went off. And then yeah,
Do you
Terry
remember
Terry Chatton
Jason
Barkley.
Goulet?
Oh, now you're
Oh,
really
gotta
testing my
be,
knowledge.
mate. They brought this
I was
guy
a
in,
bit
Jason.
young back then.
Yeah, you would. Well, fuck, I was young, so you must have been really
Yeah,
young. I
yeah.
would have been 20. I think I was in Swindon, 22, 23. Yeah, you'd have been 8, 9, probably.
What year are we thinking?
God, Josh, don't do it to me. I have to get on Elite Prospects, and I have to get on Elite Prospects. Anyway, we brung this big. It was a year
Around then,
Aldi
yeah.
was. It was a year Aldi was coach.
Oh yeah.
Steve I was there. Aldi, and then the money ran out. The Swedish. It was the year the Swedish fucker was there, so they spent all the money on like penthouse apartments and fucking in Basingstoke, and none on playing. Um, but mate, they brung this big Jason Goulet, and he was tough hombre. And he beat the wheels off of like 5 guys and then left after 10 games.
Oh wow.
But you would have loved him. I just wondered if he was going to, I was going to ask you if he was one of the guys because I've got it here. 08, 09. And I lie, he didn't play 10 games, played 11.
How many games I've played this year?
Hey, it's fucking 11 more than me, mate. So, yeah, but so who were the D men in Basingstoke that you looked upon, though?
Like if I'm being honest, it's probably obviously you've had Kurt, you got Bairdy as
Yeah, cut.
well. Probably more Bairdy with the way I play. Um,
Yosev.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah,
I saw him at Louise's funeral last week. Shout out Louise Butler, RIP. Um, Lovely service. I'm really happy that I could be there. But yeah, I saw Joe. He's just still just like
oh yeah,
he's just like so
Mean Joe.
he's mean Joe, just mean Joe. And he's like the
Yeah,
least mean person you've ever
oh,
met
I
in your
know.
life, right? He
He's
just looks
lovely,
it.
isn't
He's
he?
yeah, he's just got the biggest resting bitch face you've ever seen. I love him.
Oh
Love
yeah,
him.
yeah, great guy, great guy. Yeah, so obviously two
A
of those
good
guys.
person though for you to base your skills on, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah, and then yeah, like I said, Perry obviously not necessarily watching him play, but being on the as a coach to sort of like teach me things. Obviously, I'm looking up what he was doing back in the day. Unreal player again, and then yeah, just really trying to pay attention to what's going on in GB and who's around and who I can really sort of model my game after. And it's quite, I guess it's quite good that like I've done some work with Corey because again another cracking player that really helps and big
Corey's so
physical
good,
D
mate.
man. Yeah. So
And not
yeah,
flash either, which I'm not dissing your skills, mate, but that ain't where you're at.
yeah.
I'm not no, but this is where people get too princessy and bollocks about it. I ain't expecting you to be a Ben O'Connor. The minute you start trying to be a fucking Ben O'Connor is the minute I sit you on the end of my bench because you're a fucking -4. Do you know what I mean though? Like what you said, like you're smart. You were like, I'm gonna look at Joe Baird. I'm gonna look at the guys that I like to play physical. I like to use my
Yeah.
body. I like to use my positioning. Yeah. There's no point you looking at fucking Lidstrom, is there? Because
Yeah.
it's not the same. Like for me, like I love Pavel Bure. I watch Pavel Bure. But I scored more goals like fucking Thomas Holstrom by stood in front of the net with my fat ass fucking stood there and be willing to take cross checks. So
Yeah.
guess who I watched more of? It was Holstrom. Like I was like, they're gonna put me on a PP and they're gonna put me on a PP with 2 players that are better than me. So I'm not gonna get a touch of puck. So basically I'm just gonna get the shit kicked out of me in front of the net.
Yeah.
Who do I watch? Well, you watch Thomas Holstrom stand in front of the net and get absolutely shit pumped. And then you look at his
Mm.
stats at the end of the year, you go, 65 points. You go, I had 32 points on a power play last year. You go, but that's what I mean. That's how you make a career. Joe Bear's never fucking got 30 plus 40. He's never got 5 plus fucking 10, probably known Joe. But
But
I bet he's a plus, and he eats minutes and he eats
yeah,
pucks.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love to be like one of those skill guys, like Ben O'Connor and stuff like that. They're the guys I like. I do like watching them play. Like even like Kel McCarr in the NHL, probably my favorite player right now. But I know
he's
I'm not
another
that
one.
guy.
No, but hey, mate, this isn't me busting your fucking balls. Um, Cal McCarr is another kid that's on cheat code level. Like easy mode. Like, but then you saw him from his first year when he went into college. You were like, oh, this is just like a fucking really easy game for this guy.
Yeah,
So it's just like, this is he's making this look stupidly easy. Again, another UFC analogy. When you watch John Jones go into a title fight, you're like, he's gonna win this fight. Like
yeah.
this is what he does. Like Cal McCarr in that mold.
Hmm.
What I was impressed with you last year, definitely. Haven't seen you play this year, so I can't judge on this year. Carry
Not
the
many
puck a
people
lot
have this year,
more.
mate.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even fucking yeah, no one. But yeah, like watching your game last year, carried the puck more, joined the rush more, got involved in the blue line more, stepped into the fucking high slot more. You started adding intangibles that make your paycheck go up, essentially.
Yeah.
No, you started adding intangibles that make your money go up. Like that's when you fucking talk of it in a broader long factor, it it does. Like these factors, they make you more desirable, and you
Mm.
started adding that to your game. Is that something you look to crack on with when you get back? You know, keep nipping into the play because obviously you're a good skater. You skate long strides. You got nice long strides. I'm sure anybody that's not technical right now is going, "What are you doing? Don't give a fuck about your stride."
Oh, it's
If
massive.
you like that thing though, like me, I like that. Like fucking, I was a hockey coach for years. I run hockey schools. Trying to get kids to take fucking long strides was like what I was getting paid for. Kids go jump, 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 jump. Like yeah, you've taken 18 strides and you've gone from the red line to the blue line. Like
Yeah,
you've taken one stride to do that, but you do, and you started using that in your game because you use a long stick.
yeah.
You do use a long stick,
Poke
yeah.
check, poke check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do because you can tell
What?
when you're puck
Yeah,
handling, you can tell you're using a long stick. It looks long, but you're long and you got good stride and you're fast, so you can fucking use that to get in the zone, take the zone, go. Do you feel
yeah.
more confident? Is that something that you want to kind of bring back to the roster when you come back?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, don't get me wrong. I know I'm not gonna be there going trying to like go crazy. Like if I am
I'm not
taking it in
asking you
the
to spin
rush.
around a bar down, Josh.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
mixing a rush every now and again.
But that's the thing. It's like everything I did last year is it's how I enjoy how I enjoy playing hockey. And I got good minutes last year. I really sort of I feel like I sort of settled into my own a bit. And
I
yeah,
think Tate put a
that's
lot
what
of
I want to
faith in you
continue.
last year.
Yeah, and I
I
hope
I
I
I think
I
Tate
gave
did.
it back. So
No, I think Tate put a lot of faith in you guys last year. He played you minutes, and ultimately at your age, 22 at that point, you got to
yeah,
fucking play. You got to play. You got to play minutes. You got to be allowed to make mistakes. And if you're allowed to make mistakes, guess what? You're going to carry the puck a little bit more. And guess
yeah,
what? The more you carry the puck, the fucking less mistakes you're going to make. Like it's a
true.
double-edged sword. It is a double-edged sword because when you're 21, the last thing you want to do is drop past the fucking puck to Jonas Hug going the other way. Like you don't want to do that.
Yeah,
So do you try? Probably not. 8 times out of 10, you don't try. Maybe 2 out of 10, you do. But when you can roll reverse that Ben O'Connor style, and 8 out of 10 times you do try it, and 2 out of 10 you go, man, maybe I'll fucking get the old one hand on the stick, go backwards. Like, no, but it makes a massive difference to your game. And
yeah,
how big a factor is confidence for you in your career? Because I found for me, like when I was confident, I
massive.
felt like I was fucking unbeatable, and when I wasn't,
Yeah,
I was in some hole, mate, like a bad
yeah.
hole.
Oh, 100%. And
Not a
like this
nice
is the
place
thing.
to, not a nice
Yeah,
place to be. Like a real
yeah.
bad. In fact, real fucking. Now that we talk about mental health wasn't a thing when I was playing. No one had mental fucking health. It wasn't even a fucking thing. Like it wasn't a thing. Now looking back, that's fucking what it was. Like
Yeah.
that is what that was. That anxiety, that everything that comes with being shit.
Mm, yeah.
Not
This is a
saying
big
shit.
thing
I
that
don't ever think I was shit.
it's yeah, but it's what's
But
going
when
on
that
up there though, isn't it?
confidence
Yeah.
isn't there, mate, when that confidence isn't there, you are shit because you're fucking stupid because you're in your own head, and then you make a little sauce. You go, oh, fuck, I'm so sick. Like, let's go, and that's
Yeah.
what might be all it takes.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. And like for me, it's massive. Like it's been probably one of the areas that I've struggled the most in, like a lot throughout like the last few years from even back if I go back to OHA times,
Junior,
like
yeah, even
yeah,
juniors.
yeah. Like I was having conversations with Oldie and it's literally about trying to get my head sorted because I was so I was getting to points where my confidence was so low, like I was so negative, but then I'll have one game where like I'm playing great and like I got a hat trick as D man in for OHA and I was like I've never done that. I was like so like when it was high, and then but then when it was low, oh my god, it was low. So just trying to balance that and trying to be positive, and it's been a big thing. Like even just working with like Jonesy, Sam Jones at the moment, he's like I do workouts with him, and he sort of helps me with that. He's been a big, almost sort of mental coach for me as well,
I
and
really
that's
like
one
his
of the
stuff, by the way, ladies and gents. Go check out SJ Performance Coaching.
yeah. I think it's that yeah.
If not,
Sam Jones,
put
yeah,
Sam Jones Sheffield Sealers on fucking Instagram. You're gonna find him.
yeah.
But his
He's been a
stuff's
massive
very
help to me.
beneficial.
Yeah. And like obviously he goes through all the training aspect of it in the gym, but then he talks to me about hockey and wants to know about what's going on and how like and he helps me on that side and then mentally like I said he's been a massive help to me and like yeah basically a life coach to me in some ways. He's been a
That's
massive
awesome,
help
man.
and I owe him a lot really. So
He seems like a really good guy, but you know, if I played him, I think I want to fight him. I watch him play, yeah. I watch him play. I watched him play the other day. I watched the Steelers game. I was down there watching it. Guildford. So I'm fucking fighting this guy. Like 100%. And he fancies himself a little bit as well, Sam.
yeah
Like,
yeah
yeah, he's a big fucking strong boy. Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna win, but I'm going to win. Jokes aside, though, no, but he's a big, strong boy, and he plays, and
yeah he can handle himself.
he gives me them like I don't know, fucking Muzzy, Kurt, fucking Grant
Yeah.
vibes. I'm like, yeah, God. You get, so I mean, it gets me itchy. You get when I'm sat on the bench, he gets me, he get me itchy. He get me going. He get me fired up to. I'm putting a puck in his corner every night, and we're gonna have a wicked battle. Like he's not gonna
Yeah,
back
all night
down
long.
one fucking.
Yeah.
He's not gonna back down one iota, and I love that. Like that's me all over. I'm like, yeah, like wicked. Me and him are just gonna have a wicked battle in a corner. But yeah, his actual professional life and his real life away from the fucking ice rink, because unlike some of you people might not believe there's some human beings behind those helmets, and like you know, like they are real people. And he's a fucking shit hot coach, mate. I love his videos. I think they're great,
Yeah.
and I'm really happy for him. Proud of him. Proud British boy to be going out and doing that thing. And I'm glad he's then helping on the next generation, you know.
Mm.
Say next generation like he's much older than you. Oh, fucking old Sam, 28?
I
He
don't
might
even
not
think
even be that, is he?
well he's younger than Adam and how how old is Adam? I don't remember.
Adam, what,
No,
30? 33?
no, I don't even think. I think he's like not mid to late. He's got to be late 20s now,
Oh
maybe.
fuck, sorry, Adam. You just
If
look
that,
like you just look
if
like your
that.
fucking paper round was uphill, bro. So, sorry, mate.
Yeah, they're young guys. Like I think Sam's like 26, maybe. I
Oh, so
want to
Sam's
say.
even younger.
Yeah, Sam's younger.
Good,
Yeah.
great head on his shoulders.
Oh
Do
man,
you know what
yeah.
I really appreciated about Sam actually? And it took a lot of fucking balls, man. After the Adam Johnson incident, Sam came out and was just like, "Yo, fucking give me a minute." Just, I'm massively paraphrasing, but you're gonna get the point what I'm talking about. Like, give me a fucking hot minute. I need
Yeah.
a minute. Like, time out. Fucking peace out. Leave me alone. Just let me recover. I
Yeah.
thought that took some fucking stones to come out and just do that and just be like, "Yo, I need a fucking minute here." Ah, mate. he went up so high in my estimations after that. The way he handled it, I thought he was ultimate professional. And I don't want to talk about Adam because it's fucking
Yeah,
horrendous. But the other people also went through horrendous things that day, and Sam being one of them. He is now sitting there with a couple of fucking medals around his neck, and we're not even in April yet. So shout
yeah,
out that man. Shout out the whole Sheffield Steelers organisation. Actually, you've been involved in is the worst ice hockey incident UK hockey history without a shadow. There's not even a second one that comes close. Um, but yeah, guy, you like to see young British guys fucking go out and get it done, and then also be professional and smash their professional career as well. It's brilliant.
yeah.
I know you do that. Yeah, you got like a pretty steady, real job. What's that like? Trying to juggle the balance of having a real job and a real boss who actually wants you to fucking do real stuff, as opposed to like maybe block a Jason Hewitt slap shot on a Saturday.
Yeah, it's tough, especially when I had to tell my boss. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I've got another concussion by the way, and
Oh
it's
yeah, another one. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, it's like it's tough.
No
Like
employee of the month that month, Josh. You
no.
didn't get your name up on the fucking wall, no.
Well, that's the thing. It's like when you're having to work so hard, like in your day job, and then after that you got to go straight to the gym. After the gym, you're going straight to the rink and training.
And by the way,
It's
Dom,
tough.
I can fucking promise you, he goes. Unlike some of them guys on your roster, they don't go. He's there. I actually physically see him in the building doing his workouts. Like, mate, you remember the days though, the guys, the Greg Chambers workout I used to call it. You go in the gym
Yeah,
in a grey t-shirt and you'd be like splashing water, splashing
I've
water
done
on
it.
it.
I've done it.
Yeah, you come back in, you'd be like, oh. That Chubbs, you burn 1 calorie. Like fucking. Sorry, Josh, I interrupt you. Sorry, mate.
No, it's all right. But yeah, it is tough when you're trying to balance all that, and yeah, when you're trying to get and that takes it. That's not even including like relationship side of it. Like I don't see my family too much because I'm always out doing something, or if it's my girlfriend, um,
Yeah,
like
they deserve
she's
a medal, eh?
oh yeah,
Like,
they
fucking eight
to
months of
put
the
up
year. Eight
to put
months
up
of
with
the
it
year.
always. Yeah, I so
But
there's
Josh, I
yeah,
don't know you. Maybe you probably do actually because you've been injured a long time. I never appreciated it until I wasn't playing anymore. And those Saturdays and Sundays, and you're actually doing real, actual fucking human being shit. That
yeah,
well, because us, mate, since you were 6, you're in the rink Saturday,
yeah.
Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, conference Friday.
It's your life.
Yeah. It's just your whole shit. It's your whole shit. Like, it's like, you want to go and watch Man U Arsenal? Fucking 12 p.m. kickoff Saturday. You're like, yeah.
Oh, I can. Yeah,
I can do that. I can do that. Oh, you want to come to a firework display? Christening, birthday, wedding, funeral, bar
yeah. You
mitzvah,
name it.
fucking whatever. Yeah, I'm in. Let's go. Like fucking funeral crashing, wedding crashing, bar mitzvah crashing, like all these things that you don't know that you've
You
ever
miss so
missed,
much.
yeah? You don't know that you've ever missed until you're not there, and then you start doing these things. And by the way, the novelty wears off fucking real quick. So, for anybody that was wondering, it lasts about 4 months. Football shit, bar mitzvahs are shit, weddings are shit, and funerals are fucking shit. They're all shit. Hockey on a Saturday is fucking class. It's class. Like, my advice to any of you youngsters out there: do it until you can't do it. And I know I got my ban on that, but with my hip, mate, I genuinely don't know. No, I've floated ideas around on that, but the state I did my hip when MK were playing out of Coventry. I
Oh
did my
God,
hip in 2013. It's 2024, mate. My hip's still fucked. Like that one injury, mangled. Been 11 years.
I'm not surprised. It's
Could I do that again? I don't know, mate. Imagine that was my other hip. Imagine I come back play with Buffalo, one game, Jonesy style, and do the same to the other hip. That's me. I'm finished. Like for
yeah,
the rest of my life, I'm finished.
and
You
like the
don't think
effect
about
that
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 when you're
has on your day
young.
to day. Yeah,
And that's why I asked you about your injuries, mate. Because obviously, Ain't a broken wrist. You ain't gonna go fucking four to
I wish
six
it
and
was.
go. No, but you know, hey, wrist, mate,
I
4 to 6. If you fuck it again, 2 to 3,
yeah,
you're still probably back the same year. And you know what? A good 6 month rehab in the fucking summer.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like I've done not just concussion. I've done my AC joint last year. I did my MCL ACL. But like it got to the point where it was like I want to keep playing. So I played. I ended
I
up
wish
playing
I
in
had you for
playoffs.
Secret Santa back in the day. You would have been so fucking easy to
Yeah,
buy
I
for
know.
to
I
buy
know.
for Secret Santa. It would
I
have
always get
been.
done good on Secret Santa. But yeah, like
What,
last
are
year,
you
like
getting the fucking
playing.
sick note? Are you getting the sick note vibes on Secret Santa or what?
Well, this year, Harv had me, I think, and he just
Who?
Harvey Stead. He just
Oh,
went
but
in
he
on the
went in,
whole.
did he?
He went
Harvey
in
go
on the
in?
whole slashed apparel. He just went on all that.
Oh, did he? Turn up like
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Freddy Krueger on Thursday night practice. Wait,
He
by the
just went
way,
in
we're
on
going to
all
talk
that.
about that
So
in a minute, mate. Don't let me forget. If you have to fucking bum a fucking promo, we are going to talk about that. But mate, that is genuinely probably outside of playoffs, the funnest week in the hockey season. It's Secret Santa week. It's fucking ruthless, mate. You fucking people that are at these Twitter events. I call them Twitter events because you make them an event. You like to think of yourself as a special breed, and you get into it. You ain't ready for the amount of bullying that goes on in this ice hockey changing room. You ain't
it's
ready
so
for that
good.
level of bullying. Like your school curriculum did not set you up for the level of pain that you're about to feel. And
There's some
by the
funny
way,
guys in those locker rooms.
yeah, and if you get the funniest guy, you're fucked. Not only that, it's Kevin Bridges says, "Can he take a shim and shim?" Like, you can't take a shim and shim. That's if you can't take it in fucking belters. That's worse than not being able to take the belter. Like do you know what I mean? Can he take a shim and shim? If you're the guy that gets like bitter at Secret Santa, which you want to be, because it's probably the most offended you're ever about. It's probably the most offended you're ever about to be in your whole entire life. But you've got to be like,
Yeah, just got to
yeah,
take
that
it.
was cool. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. Yeah, oh, that one hurt deep. Okay, next. But then it's on to the next man. And Josh, who's let's talk about the B squad then. Who's the guy that does get that vibe going? Because you got some fucking donkeys on that team. I had them all at fucking conference, mate. I had pretty much your whole entire team at Southwest Conference at some point. Fucking Harvey was my captain.
Yeah.
Watch that kid fucking get absolutely lawn mowed by Vanny. Vanny, mate. So we
All
were on
people.
a Vanny, right? Yeah, yeah. I don't think the kid had fucking said 7 words between September and April trials. Not a word, yeah, not a word. Doing figure skating, fucking astrogeonomics and words that I don't even know. Like I had a rule, yeah. You miss my fucking training, you're cut.
Yeah.
His dad rang me and he's like, he's doing this, and this. And I went, yeah, you're gonna have day off, mate. Like, I was like, I don't know what any of those words fucking mean.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I was like, you just said 7 words. I don't know what they mean. And he is 14. So I like him. I
Yeah.
like him. He's gonna be in my team.
Yeah.
Everybody
Well, I think
else
he's
has
been
it.
doing his PhD, I think, at the moment during this year. So he's
Do you know what his job is now?
it's like I don't even know, but
Right, to the layman's terms. Sorry, Vanny. I know your job's way more important than I'm about to make it. But he is the guy that goes onto the fucking geographical map to a spot, to a spot, to this size, and said, if you drill there, there's oil there. That's his fucking job.
yeah.
And guess what? If there's oil there, that's why Vanny wears a face cage, people. That's why Vanny wears a
Smart guy.
fucking face cage. Like, he doesn't need to get stick in the face by Nicky Watt on a fucking Thursday in Slough Ice Arena. Like,
Yeah.
does not need that in his life. He doesn't need it in his life. Like, because I imagine when you're telling guys where to drill for oil, But that's what I mean. Going back to the conference thing, I had the thing you had to be at training, you had to be there.
Yeah.
But like you'd have Harvey Stead coming in, Floyd Taylor coming in, Sully was one of my captains. Like, mate, I saw so many good captains. Floydie, Harvey, fucking Sully. Easiest gig in the world because you know what Harvey's like. Great
Yeah.
guy.
Oh, great
Stud, mate, a 15-year-old, fucking boy band handsome, this little prick. I'm 26, he's
guy.
15. I'm 26, he's 15. The most fucking little man rocket prick you've ever seen in your life, yeah? And we take him to Belgium and we're off on the fucking ferry, we're on the ferry. And they're used to normally being at a conference, right? You got a fucking 8 p.m. curfew, no talking to birds, and no. I was like, fucking many boys have a finger in the story or what? Like, come on. Why don't you lads tell the boys the story? Because at this point, mate, they're all playing the EPL pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm like, who's got a story for the boys? Like, and treating them like men, yeah, treating them like fucking men, and they performed for me like men. But
Yeah.
the best thing I saw, we're on the ferry over to France. Harvey is fucking handsome, mate. This 15-year-old little kid's the most fucking handsome kid you've ever seen in your life. So they're all up on the upper deck, yeah. So I hang back, yeah. I'm like, you boys be
It's
boys. I'm like,
deserving.
yeah, you boys be boys. I'm gonna come sit over here, mate. These chicks are all over the boys, yeah. Like they're good looking young girls, 15, 16 at the time. They're good looking young girls. And the boys are all like not normally allowed to chat to girls at conferences, shit, and they're chatting away and chatting away. Vanny steps in speaking Russian, yeah. And they look at Vanny and they're like, oh my god, they're all up in his fucking shit and watching. It's like watching the old high school movie and the fucking sexy jock gets done by the bookworm. It was like that in real life. And obviously, you know what fucking conference is like. Boys clock on, yeah, the boys clock on, and that's it. They're giving it to that. That was one of my funnest trips because I got to go with those boys, and also I got to hear the story. You know, do you remember Gio Raffinelli from Cardiff?
Rings a bell, yeah.
Coming back from that trip, right? Got this kid on the fucking right wing. Coming back from that trip, I selected him for conference, played fucking 9 games or whatever it was in Belgium. Come back.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, we're on the bus. He goes, yeah, what? I'm blind in one eye. So what do you mean you're fucking blind in one eye? He goes, yeah, like fucking fully blind. Like I can't see. I'm blind. I don't know where you are. I'm like, I've got this kid on the off thing, cutting into the
Trying to
middle,
see
like
where
with
he's going.
fucking one eye. I was like, dude, why don't you tell
Wait,
me? He
say
goes, I thought you might.
something.
He goes, I thought you might cut me. I said, well, no, you were better than the rest of them. You might
They
have
got
one
two
eye, but
eyes.
you still did your job. But I was like, if you gave me the fucking heads up, I could have put you on the right side of the ring. You see what was going on. You play conference stuff. How much fun's that?
Oh, it's great fun. Well, I remember when we it was your brother and we went out to Finland. Do you
Did
remember
you
how
have
was that?
Ryan for your coach?
Yeah,
How how was that? But again, I bet that
it
was the
was
same,
good.
though. No, but I bet that was the same. I bet he treated you boys like fucking EPL boys. He would have
Yeah,
treated you like, right, well, we're fucking here. We might as well win this thing. But, you
yeah. The
know,
Finns didn't like it.
yeah.
I think we got kicked out of the tournament in the end, but we had a great team, and obviously Ryan was there as well, and yeah, he just treated us like you said, like men, and it was a great trip. So it was good fun.
Oh, I might get in trouble here, but I'm going to tell the story.
Yeah.
Right, ladies and gents, the story's not been told before. Caroline, disclaimer. Not that you listen to the fucking podcast anyway, but if you are, turn off back now. I'll give you the heads up then, turn back on. So it's my brother. I think Paul Gores is his assistant,
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
and Jacob Heron is there because Fiona's the manager, and they're in Belgium. They go for a night out, right? And they're a night out in this fucking bar after the tournament, and they're out, and this guy starts fucking wanting to batter Jacob Heron, like giving it to Jacob. So my brother stands next to him at the bar, yeah. My brother gets his dick out and puts it in this guy's pocket and takes a piss in the guy's pocket. So he fucking fills this guy's pocket with a nice warm piss, like puts his cock away and just walks off.
No way.
Oh, I miss old school hockey. That probably doesn't happen now.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Greg Chambers doing liquids. Stood up against the bar, and do you know when you're trying to like lean on a heavy surface, but you
Balance.
know
Yeah.
he's buckled, and he's going, he's missing, and he finally like he captures the spot. Remember the doorman tapping him on the shoulder, and he's like, "What, dude? You're kissing at the bar." And the look of shock on his face when the doorman told him that he wasn't in the toilet. He was like, "Oh, fuck." And I was like, "Yeah, you're done, mate. I'm not fighting that doorman for you. That's like, that's a you problem today. You know, if he accidentally picks on you, yeah, I can maybe get involved. You definitely just took a piss at the bar, mate. That's all you. You'll fucking see ya. See ya." But do you kind of that was when hockey's always the most fun. And the craziest thing is when I speak to these imports, the most fun they've ever played is when they're playing junior B with the fucking mates, or they go back and play men's league in the summer. Like the game's
Good time.
fun and it's great. But is there something to be said about the game just being the game and stuff like that? None of us getting paid, none of us were professional, none of us were kids. But we wanted to get to that next stage. We wanted to be the next Ben O'Connor. We wanted to be the next Liam Kurt, whoever it is. Whoever it is in our age, maybe Colin Shields or whoever, you wanted to be them. But you were just away with your friends and you were in
Yeah.
Belgium or you're in France, you're in Finland, you were just having the best time of your life. And I don't know. I don't think hockey's ever been better than that.
Yeah. That's the stuff you remember, isn't it? At the end of the day.
What did you boys do with OHA?
We did all the European
I can't.
trips. So what was that?
Sorry, mate. It's my headphones. It's not you. It's just my headphones turn themselves
You can hear
down
me
because
okay?
apparently they're magic.
So yeah, all the European trips we did, like obviously St. Polten, that's where the Okanagan Europe is, and
So
we play
Austria,
against them all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Play against them all the
stacked.
time. Yeah, that was good. We had some good games against them. We beat them a few times actually. We
Yeah,
had
but
some
you
great
boys were
games against them.
stacked. You had a bunch of my
Yeah,
conference boys there. You had like Harry. Do you have Harry and Jordan and fucking
we had Jordan, Harry was the year before. We had Jordan, we had
Ethan?
Balint Cosdy. No, Ethan, not Ethan. No,
Oh,
we
by
had
the
the
way,
import
that
goalie.
Ballant is one of my favorite players in the National League. That
Good.
kid's so good, so good.
It, it was good at
I just
OHA
like
as
the way
well.
he plays. I like the way he plays, and he's skillful, and he score goals, and he can hit. He's good. Really like him. Have him on my
We had
roster. Like, if I put NHL roster, he'd be fucking on it tomorrow, no
as a
doubt.
Brit as well. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and as a Brit, yeah, let's go. I don't think he's import standard, but he's a fucking good Brit. Like a really, really, really good Brit. But
Yeah,
yeah, that must have been fun for you boys though, going around and doing these trips and being
yeah. We
together, going to school together, going training together.
Yeah, we did so much, and like one of the things that I remember the most is like we were in the Alps, and I think we'd obviously played games in Switzerland and all around there, and we're going through the Alps, and there's an outdoor rink. We end up just jumping on that right up high in the Alps, and we're playing a game against each other, and just having a great time out on this outdoor rink, and like obviously being in the UK, we've never played on an outdoor rink ever, so and it was
Eastrop
great fun.
Pond, baby, with the fucking 1 inch ice. You could
Yeah,
skate. You could skate about 12 feet into that thing, and then you were drinking fucking Lambrini and pond
going for
water.
a swim.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Get the
that
fucking
was great
him
fun.
swimming in that thing.
Oh yeah,
Oh, mate. Oh. I've been in there
nasty.
before. Once,
Oh
Josh.
yeah, give it a go.
I was probably, no, I was just a little bit younger than you. And we went to a friend's barbecue and we went back, fucking walking through. It's like, yeah, let's get pedalos.
Yeah, no,
That's never a good sentence. I don't know why anybody in the adult group, yeah, amongst you guys, let's not get pedalos. But we got pedalos. Mate, next thing on this fucking pedalo, mate's buckled, yeah. Mate say, hey! The upside down, I've got like 8 liters of fucking Estrop pond inside my lungs. I'm like, okay,
Oh no.
this is time to go home now. Ladies and gents, if you don't know it, get on Google. Google Estrop Pond. One of Basingstoke's probably highest attractions, probably. We're sorry. We don't have much here.
No,
we don't have much here. But yeah, don't drink
barely
it.
got a rink. So
Right. Oh, let's get on to that. Couple of questions, Josh. Let's get a couple of deep ones in to finish then. Mate, you're the same as me. It's a
yeah,
fucking barn. I'm
yeah.
sure you feel the same. I feel a bit of like a spite and a fucking nastiness, like almost like you fucking punched out a family member, do you know what I mean? And Planet Ice probably don't even view it as that, but to me it's like you punched my little fucking brother. And I don't like it. I really don't fucking like it. I spent my whole fucking life growing up in there.
Mm,
You spent your life growing up in there. Yeah, you moved off to Guildford and that. You did your growth. You're growing up. You're nipper running around the fucking
yeah.
skate iron, mum's on the ice and you're training. We spent our life growing up in that place. The fact that they let it get to the state of disrepair is a joke. The fact they've done nothing to fix it is a joke. The fact that they cancelled the bison season, allowed the buffalo season, didn't allow anybody in, allowed people in, rinks fucking falling down around them, joke.
Yeah.
I'm hearing
It's
good news though, Josh. I'm hearing good news though, Josh. I'm hearing good news.
good, good,
I'm hearing good news on the horizon.
good.
I'm
We
not going
need
to say
it.
anything other than that today. I will tell you everything I know when I get off the air. Um,
Cool.
but yeah, man, like sign me up. I need some good news. Brody's fucking 1.5, nearly 2. That kid's gonna be on the ice soon. He's gonna
Needs
be
to be skating
spearing guys in
somewhere.
the. He's gonna be spearing guys in the neck in 4 years. Like, come on, he needs a rink, and the only rink that I could really see myself taking him to right now is Ozone.
Mm.
Look, he's not a member of a club. He's not anything else. He's just a fucking little tiny nipper that's gonna go on a pair of skates, stand there for 4 minutes, spear me in the fucking shin, and be like, "This is shit. I want to get off." I know that's what's gonna happen. It's exactly what's gonna happen. He's like, well, oh, his favorite thing to say is, "I'm done." He's gonna be done.
I'm done.
Yeah, so you're gonna drive all the way to Bracknell. I'm gonna get him on the ice for 4 minutes. He's gonna go done,
I'm done.
and look at you and he'll be like, "Fuck you, mate." I'm like, "I'm done. I'm done." It'd be nice to be able to do that on my own doorstep. Like, I did
Yeah,
3 minutes from the rink. That'd be a lot easier. But and then in an actual non-joke side of it, it's our rink, mate. It's our
yeah,
rink, and I feel like it is our rink. Our parents put enough fucking money in that, put the Alecki on and fucking gas in that meter and fucking filled the Zamboni up more than enough times. How annoying is it not to have a senior team in your hometown, mate? I'm still
yeah.
mad. If I was
It's
coming back, Josh, after the ban, I was only ever coming back one place, and it's here.
yeah. It's frustrating. Obviously, um, like speaking as a player, like obviously I've been away several times, but I've always ended up coming back in some way. It's
Still home though, right?
it's home. Yeah, like
Mum and dad's
nothing.
house down the road, like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but do you
Like
know what I mean? Though? It is. It's mum and to everybody, home rink might be different. You know, it might be where you grew up playing or whatever. Mum and dad's house is down the road. Like, I mean,
mm,
you know, I could drive from Josh and mum and dad's house to Bainstoke Ice Rink. I could drive from my house to Bainstoke Ice Rink in 4 minutes. Like, it is literally
on
down
the
the
doorstep.
road. This is our house. You're knocking off a bit of our house, and I don't know if they know that that's what we feel like. But that is what we feel like. You're fucking taking our house from us.
Mm.
Even us, like now we're older, because I think they think of the kids, right? You think of the kids that still
Yeah,
playing.
yeah.
Still our fucking house. Still where I grew up. Peter Woods Hockey School, Mike Ellis Hockey School, Anglo Czech Hockey School, Basingstoke Tournament,
So much
Southwest
history there.
tournaments, everything that ever went on through that place. Like
Yeah,
before Hull, before Sheffield. Conference was Basingstoke. Bill Glennie was before conference. That was in held in Basingstoke. Brand new facility, 89, 90, fucking immaculate.
bet it was nice
I'm
back then.
sad, mate. I'm sad. Like it
Oh
is
mate,
up.
it's criminal, like the fact that it's got to what it has, and I just all you can really do is just hope that and pray that it comes back to life and the way we all need it and want it to. Um, Obviously
which
playing there
is
last year.
which is non-planet ice. We want it back, and you lot can get to fuck. Wait there.
A little less
Wait, he said that
green
clearly
stuff.
enough. Get fucked, just in case. Mate, they've ruined it for us.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, look at the green that's growing around the place, and obviously, yeah, like
Oh,
great,
there's a
like playing
hilarious
there
one,
last
Josh. Did
year.
you see that? Did you see that, right?
Cool.
So we put a picture out, yeah?
Yeah.
This is not the most planet ice thing you've ever heard of in your entire life, right? The green going up a DJ box. So they cleaned the front. I get a picture 2 days later saying, "What? Yeah, fucking clean." You get a picture a day after that from the Wreck Boys. Didn't clean the sides. So apparently it's fine for it to fucking just grow up the sides. I'm talking as bad as the front was. The sides were, yeah.
Very thick as
So
well.
someone's literally gone around there and they've made a conscious effort to go, I'm going to clean the front 4 panels. Oh, that's a bit far
No one's
around.
gonna see the rest.
It's a bit far around. That was a bit, and they just left it.
Mm.
I know. I think mugging them off, mate. Joe, expensive ice time is in Basingstoke.
Oh, it's one of the most expensive in the country, isn't it?
260 VAT plus VAT. 60 plus VAT. Do you know how much ice time is in Aberdeen?
We're half that, if that.
I'm not going to fucking say them down the river by putting it out there, but it's almost a third of that. Ice time subs in Basingstoke for juniors, 130, 140 quid a month. Ice time subs in Aberdeen, £50. Ice time in Basingstoke, 45 minutes twice a week. Ice time in Aberdeen, hour and 30 twice a week.
Mm.
Who's going to produce better hockey players?
Yeah.
Really not rocket science, mate. It's sad. Josh, right, let's talk about some of your teammates. We're gonna wrap it up here because me and you are pals, so we could just keep talking all fucking day long, and the people are gonna be like, "Are these guys ever gonna finish talking?" We will, I promise you. Right, some of your teammates. Who's the biggest banter? Who's the biggest laugh? I know Aiden's a bit of a boy, and Harvey. Obviously, if you look like Harvey, you probably get away with quite a lot. Fucking handsome
Yeah.
prick.
Even Wilsey, his brother, he's a joker as
Yeah.
well. So,
Yeah, he's a lot bigger than
um,
Harvey. Yeah, he's also a lot bigger than Harvey. He can do what the fuck he likes. Wills is a big boy, mate. Wills is a big fucking lump. What's Wills?
yeah,
6'2" now?
probably about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
He's
wouldn't be
he's a
surprised.
lump of a boy. Is he
Yeah,
is
he's
he
big.
is he
He's a
is
funny
he a
guy.
bit of Bracknell massive, like giving it that vibes? Because I've seen Wills before. I remember seeing him when he was youngster at conference. TN trainers in the tracksuit and that. Do you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
be
Oh, mate.
surprised. Even like Smithy as well. Like, there's some funny guys in that room.
I love
So
Smithy.
he's a great guy,
I
isn't
love Smithy. Yeah, he's so good.
he? I think it's just even better now that he's shaved his head. He's just funny looking now as well. So
He needed to do it, mate. He's been hanging on that Hafro for like fucking 3 years, mate. I think Sean was done with that thing about fucking 2021. But yeah, he looks better with it.
he rocks it, doesn't it? It's good.
He rocks it so good, man. He rocks it so good. It really suits him, mate. It suits
It's
him.
that big ginger beard as well.
The
It just
ginger beard
helps out.
helps. I
It
think if we
looks
didn't
so
have the
good.
ginger beard, that might be an issue. But I believe his brother's a skinhead as well, right?
Maybe I'm not. I've never met his
Yeah,
brother, so
I think they're all fucking, receding or losing or whatever. Basically,
tough gig.
fighting father time before time with the hair.
Oh,
But yeah, I think that's the case. What were you saying, Joshua? Here's a question we don't ask on the pod enough. Right, you start going bald, yeah? You fucking shaving it or you are you combing it? Yeah. Are you coming it over or coming it back? Or you fucking full Nelson? I'm full Nelson, mate. Tomorrow. It's the
You're
minute I
getting rid
fuck
of it.
minute my fucking hair goes, mate. Because I'm
I
so thick. Like I'm
yeah.
so thick, so grey, but I'm so thick. Like if I start to go, like if I get the grey and what, I've already got it. I call it the Batman. Look. So if I look square onto it, look, no, 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 Batman, and fucking cheeses though is now here. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you fitty. I don't want that shit. I, I, once it's past like fucking here and the getaway
Oh,
sticks are on,
gone.
yeah, it's done, mate. What about you? Would you ride it out? By the way, this question is going in every podcast now because I think it's my new favorite. I'm gonna write it down. I'm genuinely gonna write it down because
Yeah.
hard fucking question. And
It
I
is.
see
I've never
some
thought
some
about
of my male clients, mate. They come in, they lie on the bench to do a bench press. And I'm like, bro, shave it off. No,
that.
fucking shave it off, mate. Like, yeah, that's enough. That's enough. You need to quit. What would you say?
It's tough. I've never thought about it. Honestly, I'd want to. Knowing me,
Oh,
I'd
at
probably want to hang
23,
on
I'd
to it.
hope not.
But
At
yeah, well,
23,
yeah,
I'd hope not. I would
exactly.
fucking hope not.
I think I'd want to hold on to it, but like after what you said, like my hair's thick as well. I probably have to let it go. So, but
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
if you got thick hair, if you got thin hair and it starts to slowly fizzle out. But if you got my hair, like it's like a
Yeah,
fucking wig, mate. Like if that just all of a sudden just started to be back here,
just cringing. Yeah,
there ain't no styling out, mate. No.
that's the
Yeah,
thing is I don't know what I would do with it. I'd
yeah,
have
what
to.
would you do? I mean, like, fucking
Mine gets
just
so curly as
slapping
well.
product on your hair, just
Yeah,
throwing it front and back, trying to get it over the bald patch.
yeah.
Mate, I think you get bored, you get bored, don't you?
You
You
just
get
got to
bored, you get
burn that,
bored.
I reckon.
Who's the best DJ in the locker room?
I like Harvey. Harvey's got some good ones. He's got some good mixes, so he's pretty good on there.
Yeah, the good looking guy with the abs has obviously got good fucking music as well, because why wouldn't he? Harvey, leave enough pussy for the rest of us. Jesus fucking hell. Fucking hell, kid. And by the way, like, what I love about Harvey and Wills, they come from good people. Like his mum and dad are so his mum and dad are so good, great people. They were amongst the
Mm.
conference setup for years. So yeah, just and
Yeah,
his
I had his
sister,
dad. I
and
had his
his
dad at the
sister as
same.
well. His sister is like smashing the cruise ship scenes, singing, dancing. Mate, it's just a talented family. So shout out those guys. Who's the uh who's the most grumpy prick to be around the locker room? Apart from Joe, you can't pick Joe Bear because you can't pick Joe because that's just a given.
Oh, yeah, it's a tough one.
And by the way, don't you think I'm saying Joe's a given. He's like actually really the least
Oh,
ungrumpy.
yeah,
Right, he's the least
yeah,
grumpy person you've ever met in your life.
yeah. It's
He's
just
just like,
yeah, he just
ooh.
looks it.
He just looks at you.
um,
Gives me bulldog vibes, you know what I mean? You know, you see a
oh
bulldog,
yeah,
you go, that
oh
bulldog is
yeah.
pissed off. It's the happiest bulldog you've ever met in your life. It's just like, so no, it's fun. It's fine. It's
that's
genuinely okay.
that's Joey. Yeah. Um, it's tough because we don't really have one. To be honest, I think we've got a really good group. Um, if I had to say someone, I'm just gonna say Bally, just for when all the off ice, like the people that work at the rink when they're trying to get him off the ice because he's still working his ass off, just screaming at him to get off the ice, and then he gets grumpy. So, um, or just yeah, if we call him like different things, there's a few things we can say to him that will get him going. But yeah, maybe that's I'll go with that. But there's
Mate,
not
those
really
Eastern
anyone
Euros,
to
you get those Eastern Euros going differently. I remember one night when Kirias called Seski a pikey.
yeah
Called him a gypsy. He called him a gypsy, yeah.
yeah
But in like the Czech culture, this is fucking like massive.
yeah.
So Seski's on the bench, yeah, and he is. When I say he's losing his fucking mind, yeah, he is fucking lost it. Coxie's going, what the? He called me a fucking gypsy. Me and Pinky are like,
What?
So, so get on with it.
Mm.
But mate, Yarrow out next shift fucking spitting someone. I was like, okay, maybe don't call Yaroslav Seskia.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
maybe, like, note to self, don't
Yeah.
call Yarrow a Jeppo. Okay, I won't do that. But like, there's things in the game that make you tick, things that don't.
Mm.
What makes you tick?
I- I'm quite
Nice
easy
big
to get
body
a
check, and obviously a
yeah,
win. Obviously a win. We all like to win, but score a
yeah.
goal, you make a nice pass, you make a hit. What makes you tick the most? Like what's the most satisfying thing outside of a win? Like an individual kind of thing.
Individual, probably like yeah, like a big hit, even
A
a
hit.
fight,
It's a
a
hit.
fight,
It's a hit.
a hit to fight. Fights get me fucking going.
By
Yeah,
the way, it's a
I
different
love it.
feeling though, isn't it? It's a different feeling making a big hit and having a fight. Having a fight, you don't fucking. There is no
No,
in it, and then you're in the box, and you're like, did I win? Did I lose? How many punches did I throw? I don't fucking know anything. How long was that? Was it 10
yeah.
seconds? Was it a minute?
And you're looking at your
You
hands, your
gas.
head.
You look at your knuckles, but like a hit, you're timing that thing 3 seconds through the
Oh
neutral
yeah,
zone. You see him coming, and you're like,
you got
oh,
you got
it's
that
like
head
Christmas,
down,
mate.
and
It's like Christmas.
yeah.
And
Oh,
you
it's
make that
yeah.
hit, and when you nail them, they actually nail them.
Oh, it's there's
I
nothing
don't
better
know
than
if
it.
there's
It's a
anything.
great
I've
feeling.
scored a lot of goals, mate. I scored a lot of goals. Nothing was better than hitting Scott Spearing with his fucking head down when I come out the penalty box in Bracknell, and his helmet hit the fucking centre ice roof.
Hearing the crowd after that as well. That's
Mate, there's been, and he obviously I was in Bracknell and he was in Slough and it was in Bracknell.
mm.
So you're saying here in a crowd, I thought the roof was gonna fall off. Like we're getting pumped, but no one cared. Like no one cared.
No,
Scott Spearing gets smoked. It was like literally
yeah,
everybody's dream written down. And it was even better that it was one of them ones, when you come out the box, 3, 2, 1, and I'm like, oh my God, he's cut. He's looking for a
he
breakaway pass. He's looking for a breakaway pass. I'm like, I'm coming out the box
doesn't
going,
even know you're
he
there.
doesn't even know I'm here. Oh my God. And that was in the days where, sorry, DIPS, there was no fucking hit to the head rule. I got my elbow so hard into his jaw. Boom. His helmet popped. It genuinely hit the ceiling. And
Got
to
some
Scott's
airtime.
credit, he got up, he did a fucking 360, he just skated to the bench. Like Hog was like, yeah, you got me. You
Yeah.
got me. But that was how it was then. Do you miss a bit of that? Do you think maybe it's got a little bit too soft? A little bit soft around the edges. Some guys still play hard, but I think
Yeah.
you're punished and you're
Mm. Well, this is something like even obviously me and Harvey have been talking about it because he's been banned a few times this year.
his bans
We've
this
been
year have
talking
been
about it.
disgrace.
Yeah, we've been talking about it, and like he's literally saying to me like if he's lining a guy up now, he's having to go so low because he just doesn't want to get anywhere close to his head, just to 'cause otherwise he's done.
That's why they
So
give you
he's
13 games for clipping.
yeah,
So
yeah,
like, yeah, you don't hit him in the head, but you hit him in the leg. Fuck, come on.
yeah. So yeah, it's it, yeah. In that sense, it has a bit yeah. So, but what can you do? You gotta. They're the ones in charge at the moment. You can't say no when they're gonna give you a 13 game sussy and
It's
like
hard though, because you look at a guy like Deacon Fielder. I put that kid, I know you two boys,
yeah,
I put that kid on my fucking roster every day of the week. Yeah. Team first kind of guy, fucking body first kind of guy, jump in front of a park, fight a
mm,
guy, do whatever you. If I asked him in warm up just to run guys, like do it. Like he's that kind of team guy that would do anything for you. You're seeing him like jump in for a teammate, which he fucking should. He
yeah,
should in the scenario that's happening. 7 games for resisting official. I was like, he didn't fucking touch an official. Like nowhere near it. Like he didn't touch
yeah,
an official, didn't resist an official. Don't kill the
mm,
game for guys like that. So you start killing the game for guys that Deacon Fielder, this game's fucking finished. Like we need
yeah,
Deacon. We need guys like him that play the game that way. He plays tough. He plays strong. He plays hard. Plays physical. Plays honest. And he keep you fucking honest as well. He'll keep other teams honest. Give me 10, 15 of him in the league, and I think the league will be a better place.
Mm. There's not many nowadays.
No, got to shout out you, boy, though. Got to shout out you, boy. Right, Josh, we are almost done here. Going to finish off a little playoff chat. Right, as it stands, I believe you're in a group with Leeds, Hull, and one of either Peterborough or Telford.
Yeah,
What's your
correct.
key to getting out of that catastrophe of a fucking group? Look,
Yeah,
Leeds are good, Hull are good, and Telford. And that's the
Telford
good
and
thing about the
Peterborough are good.
league. That's the good thing about the league. Like the 8 teams that qualify, they're good.
Yeah,
How'd you get
it's
out?
not going to be easy. Uh, I think realistically
What do you think?
we need
Three
to
and
be
one gets it done. 3-1. Three and
possibly
three and
we
two draws.
we have to be we got to be a
10 points.
wagon at home.
11 points.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I
I
think
mean,
everyone beats everyone, right? Everyone in that
mm,
group could beat everyone.
we've had close
Leeds
games
to
against all of
exception.
those.
Leeds could easily obviously win all six, and you go, okay, no surprise. But the battle between either yourselves Hull, Peterborough, or yourselves Hull, Telford,
Yeah,
that could be anything.
yeah. Never know. It's. I mean, we've had close games. Like even if we get, regardless of who we get, if it's Peterborough or Telford, we've had close games against both of those. Um, and then it comes to Hull and Leeds. Obviously, we've had a few close games against Leeds throughout this year. I don't think we've actually beaten them, but Hull, we I know we've been we've lost
Mate,
there, they've lost here. Like,
Leeds have only lost 6 games all year.
yeah, exactly. So,
Six
it's
games
gonna be
all
tough.
year. One of them's in a shootout in Scotland. So
Yeah,
you then start looking at it. They lost 5 games the rest of the time. It's not a lot.
good
It's
hockey team.
it's a very
Yeah,
good hockey team. And right, this might sound weird to you fans, and I'm probably gonna get slaughtered. They don't look good enough to be that good. On paper, they don't look good enough to be that good. They've got their big weapons, and you go obviously weapon, 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 weapon. You Howlett, Hayward, Brown, import,
gospel.
and there you go. Finn Braden's good. Then you start looking at some of the other guys you haven't heard of, and then you watch them play, and you're like, fucking hell, they're so good. Baldwin. First time I saw Baldwin play, I was like, shit, he's
Good
fucking
lad.
money. Like, he's
Yeah,
so good. And then you get through all these guys, and you got Sam Gospel. So good luck with that. You got
yeah.
Sammy.
That's the worst
You
part.
got Sammy Gospel at the back. Right, Josh, give me a prediction. Will the Bees be playing in Coventry? If so, how'd you get there? Who have you got to knock off? Who have you got to win? You got to win all your home games, you would think.
Yeah, 100%. We've
And
got to
then a
be a
point or
wagon at
two on the
home.
road might get it done.
Yeah. Yeah, a win in either Telford or Peterborough, that'd be ideal. Um, and then if we can pick up any points away in Hull, that's just bonus, I think. If we win, obviously, if we're winning every game at home. So yeah, I'd say that's probably the route to go. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. You never know in this sport. So
Mate, funny things happen. Romford gave a very good account of himself last year.
mm,
You have a pair of absolute fucking weapons in Dom and Balaz. Both
yeah,
boys this year have been phenomenal. 98 points, 92 points, respectively. So I wish you all the best, Josh. I thank you for your
thank
time.
you.
And ladies and gents, Josh Kelly is back in action this weekend. Make sure you get down to the Hive. Check them out. Oh, is it still the Hive?
Uh,
Ooh,
Hang a hive. There's a bee invasion, I think.
ooh, controversial. It
Yeah,
just flowed off my tongue, like get back down to the Hive. And then I said it, and I was like, either way, Slough, the hangar, for those that are a bit more retro, still in exactly the same place. They basically just rebuilt the exactly the same ring. So go
mm,
check it out. Josh, all the best for the rest of the year.
yeah.
I hope you
Cheers,
boys
Ollie.
have really successful playoffs. And we will see you again, hopefully, for another episode in a couple of years when maybe you've got a couple of trophies behind you. And we can shout out the
100%.
Basingstoke boys doing well. But ladies and gents, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, like, do all the other good stuff that helps the algorithm. Ali Pally, we are there for NIHL 1, NIHL 2. Edinburgh, we are there for the SNL, and Nottingham, we are there for the EIHL. So 6th, 7th, 13th, 14th, 20th, 21st, 4,000 counting is road tripping again, folks. Make sure you check us out. Peace.